you a cowboy? What did he mean? What are you? Just a humble bounty hunter, man. I guess you wonder where I've been. What are you? I said just what I've loved within you.
We are live for episode 13.
Yeah, I think 13.
Yeah, episode 13, and today we have a special guest, Xavier. You want to introduce yourself,
What's up, guys? My name's Xavier, first time on the podcast. I've actually done like a different podcast, but this was back in like 2015. My buddy had like a podcast that he was starting up, but he only like went as far as that 4 episodes.
Yeah.
But then he gave up on it because he wasn't seeing any traction, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, you gotta be persistent.
Takes time, bro. That shit takes a lot of patience.
Nothing good comes
quick, bro.
Quick,
Yeah.
right? So.
Yeah, because a lot of foods, when they do YouTube, they expect like already like money to be coming in. Like next week, I'm gonna make like $400 on this episode, but it's not like that, bro. You see, like it takes years, bro.
I feel like you shouldn't even focus on getting views or getting money, dude. I feel like that'll eventually come, just have fun.
Eventually,
with it.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's more like kind of like a hobby, bro. Because you're doing something. It starts as a hobby, then it creates as like work, bro. Because then you start getting. That's why a lot of people give up, bro. Because they see that they're only getting 5 views, 6 views, and they're like, fuck, I'm gonna give up.
That's true.
It's not worth it.
That's
I'm
why
not getting no money. Yeah, it's because this is kind of like we still have our jobs, bro. Don't get us wrong, bro. But this is more like a side hustle, bro. Like some people sell cars on a side hustle. We do podcasts, bro. It's something that takes time, bro. We're not just gonna do it in 1 week.
And you know what? On top of that, dude.
Yeah.
Even if you're not like getting any traction or if you're not getting any money, right? Podcasting, I feel like, because I listen to like Joe Rogan and like a handful of other people.
Yeah.
By podcasting and just talking about random stuff, it like trains your mind to come up with shit to say and be even more social when you're out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's a pretty good trait to have. It's a good like brain exercise.
Yeah.
To think about it that way.
And then it also too, it's kind of like once you start hearing podcasts, bro, it's kind of like when you meet someone, bro, you start talking about something that you learned in a podcast, bro. So it's kind of like interesting, bro, because you introduce yourself and then you say something interesting.
Yeah.
So it's more like kind of like you're saying, bro. It's like a tool, bro.
Mm-hmm. And I think the right mindset to come into this is to, like you said, just have it as a hobby, and everything will like play out eventually. You know what I mean?
Because it will, bro. Like everything that you take for a long time, bro. At the end of the day, bro, it's worth it, bro. And if it's not, bro, we're still doing.
So I'm asking you guys, like, how did it start? Who came up with the idea?
We're at the gym now.
Gymnasium,
yeah. And just talking, bro. We always talk like when it's us, when we always get along as a group, bro. We just like working out, bro, and then we just talk about little things like that. And I'm like, dude, why won't we just create a podcast and we can just how we talk? I'm pretty sure people would be like drawn to us, just how we are, like our personalities, how we connect, bro.
Yeah.
And just bro, it's about also too this podcast, bro. Yeah, we're having fun, but then again, bro, if we could like make people's days and all that, like they could be hearing us, like, damn, I'm trying to check this who's out, I'm trying to hear like what they gotta say and all that, give our our opinions, not saying they're gonna be writing shit, but we just talk and just it's about it, man, bro. You want to tell us like just a little like about your life, just like.
Well, yeah. Let's see. So I'm a veteran. I did 7 years in the U.S. Army, and basically I left school or left home right after high school. And I was 17, and like joining the army, like I had to like have a waiver because I couldn't make the decision to leave on my own. I have to have like my parents' approval and stuff like that. I had my dad's approval, but not my mom, because she how moms are.
Yeah, moms are.
So I had to like beg my dad to convince her, like go up that hierarchy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he eventually like convinced her, and I got their signatures and stuff. And as soon as I graduated, I fucking shipped off to basic, man. And like I was saying earlier, like that was just such a huge shock, because my entire life, like I grew up, I was a city boy, dude. I was in Los Angeles for most of my time, and then like my last year, I finished high school in Montclair, which is not that far from me, right?
Yeah, it's pretty close.
All right, so I grew up like, I guess, with a decent family, you know what I mean? My dad was always, there for us and stuff like that. We always had food.
Yeah.
I was grateful for all that stuff, and then out of nowhere, boom, dude. Get swole, motherfucker. You're gonna lose all that attitude.
You're going for a ride, bro.
And we're gonna like build you up to what we want you to be. Because when you join the military, you're basically like a tool. You're not a human anymore. Basically, like they just want numbers and they want you to perform at peak performance. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think like it's pretty important for people to join. I encourage it, but I don't think it's also for everybody. You know what I mean? Because I met people during basic even who literally they were like gangsters and stuff like that, and they just could not cope with the system, dude. And they were eventually like pushed out. One of them got into like a fight with one of our drill sergeants. This motherfucker got beat up, dude.
But those are the individuals that can't really like take orders, and they're always like
they're really stubborn. Yeah.
And those type of people, you think like basic basic camp, you think they're gonna like go forward? You know, they're gonna be like this was telling me what to do. Fuck that, you know.
And you know what? For the most part, these drill sergeants are like trained to like break these guys down. Yeah. But like some of them, dude, just I don't know what's wrong with their heads, dude. That they just cannot listen, and they get pushed out, dude. You know?
And I feel like I've heard stories, bro. Because when you go to school, you kind of like affiliate yourself with a bunch of people, and I met a couple people that were in the army as well, bro. And they said that, bro, there's always one guy, bro, that fucks it up for everyone, bro. And was there ever an incident when one guy fucked it up for you guys, bro? Or?
Every single time, dude.
Every single time.
Every fucking day. The entire 7 years, there's probably more than 1,000 times, dude. Straight up. Straight fucking up, dude. Let's see. So one time we were supposed to go out for a jump mission, right?
Yeah.
And everybody's supposed to like show up for I forgot what they called it, but it's basically everybody shows up at a certain time and they're supposed to take your name down and then make sure everybody's got their gear and everybody's set for the jump, right? Because I used to be a paratrooper.
Oh shit. Yeah.
And one dude wasn't in formation, so they made all of us, dude, fucking be in like the push-up position until this motherfucker got to formation. And he took fucking, I'm not gonna say hours, but he took like his sweet ass time to get there. Like, let's say like 40 minutes, I feel like. And we were just so pissed at this dude, you know what I mean? Like they say, you know, in Spanish, por uno pierden todos. And it's so fucking true. You learn that like the hard way in the military, dude. Yeah, so.
And that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Did you guys get him later, bro? At night, bro? Yeah. I know. Yeah.
You guys beat his ass, or?
Yeah, we basically, like, you're not supposed to do this, right?
Yeah.
But we haze people, you know?
That's
you don't see it often in other MOSs.
Yeah.
But in the infantry, for fucking sure, man. Like, if somebody, like, is, you know, if you have a dude in your squad or your platoon that's the weakest link, you're gonna fucking tell him, hey, you better step the fuck up or we're gonna, like, fuck you up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there was dudes who just could not, you know, understand and could not get with the program. But eventually they could, right? Because they were scared of being hazed and stuff like that. And but you'd be surprised, even after like hazing and doing remedial punishment and stuff like that, they still don't fucking learn, dude.
I feel like.
And these are the guys that if we ever went to war, these are the same guys who will get you killed, dude, in combat.
And that's what I'm saying, especially in your MOS, bro, where it's like, you fools are the front line, bro. Yeah. You guys are the front line, bro. It's like, you guys all gotta be on the same page.
And the shitty thing that it's easy to get that job. Whether you're smart or stupid, you can join the infantry. Mm-hmm. But there's a common misconception that most people in the infantry are stupid. But no, dude, there's like a lot of people in the infantry who have bachelor's degrees, masters, who have businesses and stuff like that. These guys, like, the reason they join the infantry is because they love their country, man. You know? I joined because, like, I was a kid, I didn't know what else to do, you know? But there's some people who are like 28, they join because they literally love their country, they love freedom, dude.
Patriotism, to the max.
And those are dudes that already have like their life established, like you said, they already have businesses and shit. Now they just they feel like they want to just serve their country, right? They want to like serve their country, their people, protect their family. You know, that's just another thing to have under your belt for your legacy. And it's a beautiful thing, dude. You meet so many types of people from different backgrounds, different races, different personalities, different mindsets and stuff like that.
That's crazy.
And I mean, out here, right, do you guys experience racism? Do you guys see racism sometimes?
Not here, bro. Nah,
Not
I can't
here?
say that, bro.
Well, in the military, it's non-existent, dude. Like, that's not a thing at all, you know what I mean? Like, we all see each other as, like, brothers and sisters.
I bet,
you know what I mean?
bro.
Because when you're out there, dude, I mean, when you're out there, like, eating shit,
Together,
you're with your brother.
That's
you know
your
what I mean?
boy, bro, yeah.
Doesn't matter if he's Asian, doesn't matter if he's black, doesn't matter if he's whatever, you know? You guys both train together, you guys are both in the same platoon. You guys are both going to get yourselves out of that situation. So
Yeah, like I said, it's a brotherhood, you know.
It definitely is.
Color of your skin doesn't matter, you know. And
that's right.
It's because you guys create a bond, bro, and you guys go through hell. So it's like it creates a stronger bond, bro. Yeah. That's why a lot of people join, bro. And that's why a lot of people miss it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a lot of people miss it.
I feel like I said, it's not for everybody, dude. Yeah. But at least people should consider it, you know. Yeah. I feel like at least just do 3 years, you know. Yeah. Maybe see if you like it. If you don't, because me, like, I liked it, and then by my second contract, I was like, all right, this isn't for me. You know what I mean? Because I was waking up like, I kid you not, dude. It was like fucking with my head. Like, I was waking up angry every single morning at like 4:30 in the morning, dude. Yeah. And I was like, I don't want to be here, dude. I fucking hate this place, you know. And because at that time, I was a sergeant, right, which is a non-commissioned officer.
Okay.
And you're in charge of people. You're in charge with more responsibility. And sometimes, like, it's a thankless job most of the time, too. Yeah. Sometimes you do favors for some people. Sometimes you square away this soldier. Do all kinds of stuff in the military. And nobody fucking thanks you for it, which is all right. You're not there to get thanked and stuff like that. But it just gets to you, dude. Sometimes you're like, man, I don't want to see these ungrateful bastards. You know what I mean? There's people on top of you who expect a lot from you. And you're like, dude, I'm not a fucking robot. I'm still a fucking human being, you know what I mean? But you see that a lot in the military, and eventually it was just getting to me, dude. And I was waking up angry every single day, and I just didn't like it, dude. And that's when I realized if I continue like this, I'm eventually, like, gonna permanently, like, fuck up my head and be one of those people that you hear, you know, shoot up a place. You know, and God forbid that it would have happened. You know? You know, you just never know with the things that you experience out there.
Because a individual could just take individual could only take so much until they snap, bro. Yeah. And it's
and you hear of people like being mentally strong and stuff like that, but everybody has a limit, dude. Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, let's say like you're trapped in like a cage by yourself. Yeah. And they're only feeding you like in prison, right? Yeah. And you have pure silence. You know what I mean? How long is it gonna take for you to go crazy? For some people, it'll take a day. For some people, it'll take years, maybe. Yeah. But eventually, you're gonna give in, dude. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like the same thing in the military. If you have a weak mind, or if you don't have somebody like there for you to, like, you know, how do you say consejería?
Like mentor you.
Mentor, there we go. Mentor you and stuff like that. You're eventually gonna snap.
Yeah, bro.
And for me, I was fearing that, dude. I had people like behind me and stuff like that, but at the same time, I was like, I just don't know, like, my capabilities, what my limit is, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. So let's just put a stop to it right now and just continue with my aspirations and stuff outside of the military. So.
Yeah. And what are your goals that you're trying to do? Or like,
right now, like, I took like a huge 180, dude, because all I was thinking about was just military stuff. Yeah. And then I was thinking about once I leave, be like a cop and eventually a sheriff, or maybe even like a SWAT operator, stuff like that. But then I realized the reason I'm leaving the military is because I'm tired of all this, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then I'm leaving it to do the same thing here, dude.
And start.
And it's honestly, it sounds even worse out here, dude, because there's cops who just get disrespected left and right.
Yeah, bro. There's like back in the day, bro, cops were seen as like, you know, saviors, as the community officers.
I grew up like that, dude. Just thinking cops.
We all did grow up like that, bro. And now the whole transition of fuck the cops. The cops are just pigs,
all
and
the movements,
and it's like all the movements that are just like, but they don't think that bro, like not all cops are dicks, bro. Like I've had my fair shares of a bunch of cops, but like not all of them are like are like pieces of shit, or like pull over, let me see your hands, or like pull the gun on me.
And it's I was telling Xavier after the gym, you know, like when you get pulled over, it's like just listen what the cop has to say. There's some people like trying to give attitude, like the officer, he's gonna get like a understanding, like, dude, how come he's not showing me? He's hiding something, and he's gonna assume, bro. Like, why is he raising his voice? He's probably hiding some shit. When you could just like not like the situation could not like stir up, you know, like you're just making it even worse for yourself. Like when I've gotten pulled over like 6 times, you know, and every six of them, bro, I was fine. I was talking to the officer, fine. Like, what do you need? You need my license, registration, and every instance, bro. And after we just talk about life, bro, our careers, and just like, oh, like you're doing this for a little. Like, yeah, I'm trying to get my master's, you know, shit like that. I'm trying to get my business going, you know. Just using this cop job as a side.
Yeah, because it's like...
And it's like, dude, we're, at the end of the day, we're all human, you know? Like, treat each other like human, bro. Like, equal, bro. Like, don't try to, like, disrespect each other. But just do what he has to say, bro, you know? Yeah. And you're not gonna, like people say, get shot, like, stupid shit like that, you know?
You'll get away with it.
Yeah, you'll get away with it.
And I haven't gotten a ticket, bro.
It's like, you gotta think about it, bro. It's like a negative. If you talk someone a negative, what are the chances that he's gonna talk to you positive, bro? Yeah. You get me? Like,
especially from a cop.
Especially from a cop, bro. It's like, I don't understand. It's like for me, I grew up playing soccer, bro. Like, you never argue with a referee, bro. You never argue with a cop, bro. If they tell you, hey, you know what, you did this, okay, then officer, my bad, I apologize. Here's my license, my registration. You just keep your hand right there.
And what's your experience, Fernando, with cops?
I don't have very positive experiences, but
not positive.
It's not like they pulled a gun on me. They just It's only been those instances where you get tickets for like no reason, really. Like one of my tickets, I was at a stop. Like completely stopped, right? And the officer was right behind me, and I saw him, but I'm like, I'm at a stop, like I'm chilling. I stopped, I waited a couple seconds, and I started driving, and he turned his lights on, and I was like, what did I do? Like, I was stopped. Yeah. And he pulls me over, he pulls me to the side and shit, and he's like, oh, you know why I pulled you over? And I'm like, well, no, like, what was I doing? He's like, oh, you were speeding. And I was like, I was speeding. And I was
at a stop.
I told him, I was like, I was speeding. I was at a stop. He was like, no, you were speeding. I was like, all right, how fast was I going? And he straight shrugged his shoulders, and he's like, I don't know, 50, 60. And I was like, are you serious? And he's like, yeah, like license and registration or whatever. And I was like, okay. I wasn't arguing with him, but it's like,
what the fuck, man?
It's a bullshit ticket. Like, how are you gonna get me for speeding when I was at a complete stop? And I probably reached like 13 miles an hour by the time he pulled me over. Like, come on, dude. I'm a Civic. Like, come on, I'm not speeding.
Yeah, those shits go pretty fast, bro.
Dude,
no, but it's
like told him, dude. Buy a dash cam, dude. Have a dash cam in your car, bro. I have a dash cam in my car, dude. Because, like, I have a pretty, like, provocative car, you know what I mean? Like, if cops see me, they're literally, like, staring at me. Yeah. And the reason I keep a dash cam is not only for, like, an extra piece of insurance, because I've had experiences where I've been hit and they just don't believe me, you know what I mean? And I wish I had video proof of that. But at the same time, like, if a cop pulls you over and he starts, like, talking shit and stuff, and you just comply with what they say and stuff like that, you have video proof of them being a dick. So that when you see them in court, you're like, check this out.
Dash cam evidence, bro. And you say like the dash cams are only like 100. You showed me they were like $100, right?
Yeah. Well, there's cheap ones. There's like $20.
I've seen those. I've seen the $40 ones, bro.
But honestly, dude,
invest on it.
Invest on it on good ones, because if a dude fucking hits you, at least you'll be able to see the license plate correct. The $20 ones, I've bought those, and you can't really see the license plates that good.
Yeah, I'd rather like. Because in some cases, bro, it could save you from a big ass fucking like like your insurance. Like if your insurance doesn't believe you, bro, takes a side from another one. They're like, oh no, we believe them. It's like fuck, you know.
Yes, yeah. And that's what happened to me actually one time, dude. When I got out of the military, I bought a fucking car. Yeah. And 3 weeks of owning it, I was in LA. Yeah. And I was making a left turn on a 35. And this dude was coming in hot, but like I was all like, oh, this is a 35. At the time, I didn't know. Like when I was making that decision, that he was coming in hot, and it didn't hit me until it hit me. You know what I mean? And he clipped my rear, dude. As I completed that left turn, he clipped the rear, and I spun out like 4 times.
That's fucking crazy.
And they were trying to put the blame on me that I should have yielded, and I was like, well, I was expecting him to not be speeding. You know what I mean? And because it was a 35, and he was probably, dude. You get hit and you spin
that means
4
you got
times.
hit with force, bro.
You were hit with a lot of force, not 35, dude. If you were hit at 35, you were like that. You know what I mean?
Fucked up, yeah.
So I was trying to explain that to them. They didn't fucking believe me. Eventually, they deemed it 50-50 and stuff like that.
Oh, fuck that,
and I was so pissed, dude, because that shit stays on your record and stuff like that, and they increase your insurance.
Your insurance, yes.
And I was just
They increased it on you?
They did, but they lowered it recently.
Yeah.
But, you gotta watch how I drive. Just when I picked you up, how were the people on the freeway? You know, not even letting me in, going quick and shit.
Out here, dude, you gotta. I don't like doing this. I don't like being an asshole, dude. But you have to be cocky, dude. Because if you're trying to get to one place, and they don't let you in, a fuerzas, man.
Yeah, it's you gotta go with balls right here, bro.
Yeah.
Because no one's gonna let you in, bro. No one is, bro. Because everyone's like, and mostly because everyone's driving, everyone's having a bad day, bro. You know, they're like, I'm not gonna let this motherfucker in.
Yeah.
And they'll fucking
waste more time.
They'll rather hit
trying
you,
to get
bro.
home.
Yeah. So
They're rather hit you.
Yeah, in some cases, bro, they'll rather hit you, bro, than fucking let you in.
That's
bro.
true.
And it's crazy, bro. But hey, it's fucking.
But then again, if you have like a good looking car, you know, and the dude has like a lower model, you know, the dude like the dude would like the dude.
What?
No, but his is new, you know, like older
Like
models and all
1990s?
that. Like older models, people that don't really care about their car, bro. You know, let's say, they're not gonna care for their car, you know.
I'm trying to hear this for music.
They're not gonna.
I'm like, spit it out.
They're not gonna care for their car, bro. You know, like for you, like you care about your car, bro. You're like, that's my baby right there.
It's a fucking. Like,
Wait, you driving a Honda Civic?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I was saying like a 1980s, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're driving
meters.
73 and it has like 3 dents in it already.
You're like,
it turns on. You don't have insurance.
Yeah, it's like I'm not gonna risk it, bro. I'll miss this.
And a lot of foods don't have insurance too, bro.
Yeah,
That's very.
And licenses, bro.
You gotta think about it. For some people, they'll just fucking dip, bro. They'll hit
dip.
you and they're just like, fuck that shit.
And I seen, dude,
we've
I've
seen a
seen
lot of
people too.
occasions, bro.
Not on me,
We've
but I've
seen
seen people dip, bro. They
That's
get a
my
car and they
biggest
just
fear,
fucking
dude.
take off.
Dude, since I've been out, dude, my fuse has been this long, right? Because when I was in the military, any stupid shit will set me
Get
off.
you so
But
mad,
right
yeah.
now it's this much. But if something were to happen to my car, dude, I would instantly just fucking rage, bro. You know what I mean?
It's like you have this shit, something you bought with your hard-earned money, bro, and it's like for someone to just fucking hit it, and then they're like, "Oh, it's a car, bro. It's a car, bro. It's a car, bro."
Dude,
like, no, bro.
And they take off. They're like, "Oh fuck, my bad."
Yeah. Remember when we were at the drive-thru, bro? We were at the gas station, bro. We saw a car going with half of its rim, just the rim sliding, bro.
What the fuck?
And he was scraping, bro. He was dipping, bro. We knew he hit, bro.
Yeah.
But he didn't care, bro. He'd rather like risk it and drive like that, bro, than get caught, bro. So it's like, what the fuck, you know?
There's some dudes that I see too, like with their rear bumper, right, just flat.
just hanging out, or they have like dents in their fucking car. Like, oh, you gotta get that shit fixed.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
cargo lane, their shit's like, you just hear behind them like, fuck.
And they don't give a fuck, bro. They don't give no fucks,
They don't
bro.
give a fuck.
And
To them, it's like
and they be driving.
It gets them to work.
And they be driving. Those are the ones that be driving reckless too, man. It's like, dude, you just like what the. Look at your car, bro. You know, like you want to get into like another accident.
I don't care, bro.
I just I don't understand the thought process behind these people, dude. Honestly, like straight up, dude. And I fear, right? There's a couple of things that really like scare me, and one of them is being in an accident with those type of people. You know what I mean? Because I just don't know how I'd react, dude. Straight up, I don't know what I would do. Which is why I hope, like, if I do get in an accident like that, I would hope to be with like a friend, a family member, for them to calm me down, dude. You know what I mean? Because by myself, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's kind of, but it's fucked up that you have to be like that. You have to be like that. There's drivers like that, bro. That fuck it up for everyone, bro. You know,
everybody, dude.
And then it's like it's not, bro. I could go to a warehouse, bro. At work, bro. I'll go and I'll pay. I'll be like, all right, bro. You're not paying insurance, bro. No, I'm not. Hey, you're not paying insurance.
Yeah.
No.
Why? That's a lot. That's
Seriously, dude?
Bro, yes. Fuck.
And that's the real world.
Like, we all work together?
Yeah, we all work at
Warehouse,
the distribution center at the El Super.
Okay, nice.
We work at the right there, bro. We've been working.
Yeah, bro. Say it, bro.
Yeah, but
We work at McDonald's, bro.
Yeah,
Nah, we work at a
it's a warehouse,
distribution.
bro. Food distribution.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and then there's a lot of
Who's that, by the way?
They're right there, yeah, bro. If you want, give me one that you had right now, bro.
You want that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like it's kind of fucked up, bro. That we have to be.
Hey, Fernando, but what do you think? Like, what's your opinion on individuals like that, bro? Just like their thought process and how they just like.
I think you should
Just
get
how they think, bro.
You know the old trucks, how they had the fucking metal defense, like the fence out.
Yeah.
Get that shit in your car, bro, and then fuck it. You want to get hit?
But it's like you buy a car, bro, to be like to
Yeah.
drive it, you know, to kind of flex, you know.
I show up in your.
And then for someone with, because on a hit and run, bro, people think that when it's a hit and run, bro, they solve it, they pay for it that same day. No, bro, it's a whole investigation, bro.
Yeah.
And you lose out of it, bro. Like, let's say your car's totaled, bro, and you have to wait till the investigation is done for even getting money or anything like that, bro. and it sucks, bro. That sucks, bro.
It's just like a really inconvenient situation, you know what I mean? Especially if you're on your way to work, you're on your way to something important. I don't know where that happens. The whole day's ruined.
Exactly.
It's not the whole week, dude, because you got talking to the insurance company and you're trying to figure out shit, you know what I mean?
You're on your way to your Tinder date and shit, and you get
Tinder
fucked
date.
up.
And she's like, and then you call her, and you're like,
my kid's gonna put a no.
then you call her, and she's like, nah, never mind. I already picked you up.
You know what?
Yeah, she's like, you know what? Never mind. I got back with my boyfriend. I don't want it no more.
Bro, on our last episode of the podcast, bro, we're talking about like we're talking about Tinder, bro. We're talking about Tinder, bro.
Oh my god, yes.
We're talking about like the incidents, like let's say you meet some chick, bro, good looking chick, bro, and you're like, hell yeah, bro, she has her own place, you know. She has her life in check, bro, you know?
She fucking messages you first and everything.
Good looking chick, you know, big booty, bro, you know, little Latina, we'll put Latina in there too. You go to her house, bro, everything's all dark, bro, and you see 5 guys, they beat the shit out of you, bro. They beat the shit out of you, bro. Yeah, bro, this some chocolates, bro.
They take your chocolates.
They take the shit out of you, bro. 5 dudes, fuck yeah, bro. You just wake up with a black eye, bro, and like your face fucked up, bro.
What you guys were saying is like, what would you do if that happened? Or
no, I'm just saying, well, both what would you do and just be aware that that's the thing that fucking happened.
Yeah, and like
people like.
So here's the thing: when I get an address from a girl, dude, I put it on the on Google Maps and I started looking at what type of area it is.
Yeah, because
neighborhood, stuff like that.
See, you're
yeah, because we're talking about what, like, dude, the homie Xavier, bro, this for, you know, this for little ladies, man. You know, we're gonna tell them like the Tinder, like, advice for Tinder, you know, like for a chick, you know, like one of mine was like, all right, bro, she has like, you look at her photos, bro. And you look at if she just has like chest enough photos, bro. Like, nah, you know, little chubby chick.
Okay,
you know?
so the photos that are like this, dude.
Yeah,
little gordita, you know.
Hey, I had a funny story, bro. One of my friends, bro, he told me that he was like, oh, this girl hit me up. I'm gonna go pick her up. Think in mind, he has a little hatchback, bro.
Yeah.
You know those little hatchbacks that are lowered, bro? Yeah, Honda Civic, bro. Yeah, the ones that they fucking turbo and they do that shit. He had one. He's like, oh yeah, this girl's cute, bro, but like you said, bro, it was the pictures from the top to the bottom, bro. And when he went, bro, he said that a big girl came out, bro, and fucking lowered his car more. And he said, nah. He texted his sister and he said, hey, call me, tell me I gotta go back home. And he's like, hey, sorry, my sister called me, I gotta go back home.
It's a family emergency.
I gotta go now.
Excuse like that.
So it's like, dude, people get catfish. It's reality, bro.
Do.
You know.
I got catfish one time in El Paso, dude. And this wasn't through Tinder though. This was through. You guys heard of Meet Me?
Yeah, I've heard of that shit, bro.
So it was pretty popping at the time, dude. In like 2013, 14.
Okay.
And I met this fucking beauty. You know, she was a white girl, dude. She was fucking cute. You know, in her pictures.
Yeah.
But they were old pictures.
They're old.
What I mean, so we decided to meet up at a Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
And out of nowhere, dude, fucking, she's like, all right, I'm walking in, and then this white lady walks in, fat as fuck, and I'm like, no, it can't be her, dude. It can't be her. So I'm just chilling. She sits right in front of me, dude. And then after that, another girl that she brought with her sits in that table, you know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck's going on, you know? So she brought a friend to, I guess, for protection or something like that, but it was another girl, so like if I was some kind of fighter or something like that, I don't know what that would have done, but anyways, that's another.
But you're like, you catfished me. Why the fuck are you bringing the whole girl? You a big bitch. You can handle me. Handle me by yourself, dude. I would have been so bad, bro.
So here was my plan, dude. I was like, this cannot be happening. Fucking catfish. This was like my first experience too with that kind of stuff, and I was like, I gotta figure out a way to fucking dish this girl.
Yeah.
So
You could just fucking
run.
I was fucking like 19, 20. So I was kind of like embarrassed and stuff like that. Yeah. I was still like learning the ropes of the game. So I was like, fuck, dude, I'm not gonna like kiss this girl. I don't want to like get things serious with this woman. I don't want to break her feelings, you know.
Yeah, because you don't want to be fucked up, bro.
You don't want to be like that, and then be part of that statistic where like,
guys,
you know what I mean?
Good.
But anyways, fucking, eventually we're talking and whatnot, and I'm like, fuck, man, you know, like, just fucking.
Was she even telling you?
What am I gonna do? We're just talking, and then out of nowhere, she's all like, so, where should we go from here? And then I was like, well, what were you thinking? And she's all like, we should go to Trans Mountain. And Trans Mountain is this huge-ass mountain in El Paso, right? That separates the city. So basically, you got East El Paso and then West El Paso. The East El Paso version is like the working class kind of thing, and then the West side is like the rich kind type of people where the nice houses are at. So I'm like, let's go to fucking Trans Mountain. Luckily, we both came in separate cars. Right? It's like, all right, I'll meet you at the very top. All right, yeah. And I don't know, there was like a red light, right?
Yeah, you fuck.
The fucking, when it turned green, dude, she went straight. I took that left. Downshifted super hard, fucking went, bye, bitch, you know? And I never heard from her ever again. And that was the end of that one, dude.
Still up there right now.
She's probably waiting for me.
You know, we just got lost. It's okay.
It's probably like all fit and shit.
That's crazy though, bro.
So you guys are about to go with her friend, or what? So
yeah,
you want to be up there, you guys?
She was gonna be there or something. Like,
was her friend cute or what?
No, dude, she was like regular body frame and stuff like that. But she was not cute though. And I was like, I'm dipping out of here, dude.
No, you gotta get yourself out of there, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Well, I felt bad, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I did feel bad.
No,
But at the same time, like, this bitch catfish.
Yeah, but then again, she catfish, dude.
It's a level of fucking lying that I just don't respect from a person whenever they do that, you know?
Because a lot of girls use filters, bro, and they use things like that, bro, and they like when you call them out on it, bro, they get offended. Oh, they'll be like, oh, why the fuck you gotta be like that, or you know, they use those filters.
There's a double standard though. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because then they're all like,
run ahead, bro.
I want a 6'1", dude. You know what I mean? If you're 5'11", that still doesn't count. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck's up with that?
Yeah, like what the fuck? Yeah, it is double standard.
I can't control this shit, but you know what? You can control your weight.
Yeah, you know but fucking, and they get offended, bro. Like remember Joel, when you called out when we were at Target, bro? It's all the models, bro, for guys, bro, they're fit, they're buff, bro, they're shredded, bro. And for girls, bro, there's plus size models.
Yeah, because now it's acceptable.
It's acceptable, bro.
And I think that's doing bad to our society, man. Because I mean, they think that shaming is bad, and sure, it's bad to certain types of people. But there's also people that find motivation from that, and they're like, you know what? I'm gonna prove that person wrong. They don't see that, you know. That there's people that think like that. And now they've made it acceptable to where, like, all right, I'm fat, but you know what? Society thinks that's okay, and I'm going to continue to be fat. And now that person is part of the statistic of America where most of us are fucking fat, you know what I mean? And how we're going to fix that problem.
Do you think it's like because we're getting soft, bro?
Yes.
Because I feel like we're getting too soft.
It's too sensitive to everything. To everything.
Everything,
Even gender. There's what, like 12 genders now?
Like more than
that. 64 or something, bro.
How the fuck is there 64 fucking genders?
Male, female, mutation. That's it. Those are the classes. You're a guy, you're a girl, you've got something going on.
People like born with fucking...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's like, you were born that way, you know what I mean? Like, that wasn't a decision you took. So there you go, male, female,
and
or
you could do both.
Something going on.
You could do both.
But that's it. That's it. You don't need fucking, I sexually identify as a strawberry or some shit.
Yeah, or non-binary.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck does that
mean?
mean?
Have you noticed, bro, when you, I don't know if they switched it up on us, or like, remember when we went to the gas station, bro, it says all genders.
Yeah.
It doesn't show like the girl and the guy no more, bro. It just says all gender, bro.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like on the private restrooms, bro. The one where one people could go in, one people goes out, bro.
Damn.
They switched it up, bro.
It just says all gender restroom.
Where's that at?
We went to the one in Anarco in Pomona, bro.
Dude, because LAX, I think, is like that too.
So it's like, what the fuck? You know, we're giving them everything.
If it's not that, it's probably transgender or something like that. But LAX has something like that.
Because they want every company that's growing or making money, bro, they want anyone.
Political correctness.
Everyone. You know, on their side. Mm-hmm. So if they need to say, oh, you know what, fuck it, bro, we're gonna put transgender shit on.
There's been
we're gonna do it, bro.
And it's sad, dude. That's the sign of the times, dude. That's what we're living in.
That's what we're living in, bro.
And like, it's scary because like, if we're planning on making families, like that's what our fucking children are being exposed of.
Yeah.
And like, that's gonna create a different type.
That's gonna kind of in a way, because like little kids, bro, there's no need to be showing your kid or your little girl, your little boy, hey, you know, you have a chance to be a girl boy. Or a boy girl. You're they're little kids. They want to know about like video games, fucking going outside, playing sports and shit. Yeah, cartoons. They want to know about that. But now they're implementing even transgender shit in cartoons and shit like that.
Yeah,
you know, it's like, bro.
And it makes the little mind wonder, like, what is that? You know, what is that? And it's like, how do you tell them? Like, fuck.
Like, yeah, dude.
Fuck. But it's like like we're talking about, we are, as a society, we are getting soft, you know, and that's the reality of it. There's no wars going on, you know, and and also too, it's like we're giving a lot of people these ideas and we're letting them like, yeah, go on ahead, you know, it's a free pass, you know, first like the trans shit. Now it's just weird, bro. We're just getting, in my opinion, bro, we're getting weird as a society, bro, and it's the fuck.
But you know what, dude? I think that's just in the West, us.
It's just us, bro.
Because in Europe, dude, you don't really see that much.
No, you don't see that shit.
We're just fuck like we are.
But it's what's crazy, bro, that us, the ideology, we have similar ideologies, bro. I can see that shit, bro. But we're the ones that are like, no, we're bad.
Yeah.
We're not thinking of their feelings. Because in class, bro, I'm taking a political science class, bro, with people that like, they were saying a story, bro. You know, the Colin Kaepernick, he's kneeling, he was kneeling for the he was kneeling on that, and they were saying like, what do you guys think about that? Oh, he's expressing his freedom of speech, and then like everyone was on that, bro. Everyone expressing his freedom of speech and shit. But then in my head, I'm like, bro, you're at work. You're getting paid. You're getting paid to play. You're at work, bro. If you want to do your political thing, yeah, that's fine. Do it out of work, bro. We're at work right now. We're professional, you know. What do you think about that, or what do you think?
So the thing that I hear the most, I guess the backlash that I hear the most, and the reason I hear this is because, you know, I'm a veteran, is that veterans and soldiers, they think that that's a form of huge disrespect, you know what I mean? Because people have died fighting for our country and stuff like that. But I mean, at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, dude. It's like a double-edged sword, you know what I mean? I don't know what to think about it, because I have mixed opinions about it. Like, sure, like, yeah, it's work, dude, and stuff like that. But at the same time, like, it's also a freedom of speech. You know what I mean? Like, right now, I'm like conflicting opinions, dude. Like, what the fuck is right? What the fuck is wrong? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And being a veteran, that fucking hurts seeing that. You know what I mean?
Oh, I bet, bro.
But then at the same time, I also fought for our my brothers and sisters. We fought for our fucking freedoms, you know what I mean? And he's exercising his fucking right to do his speech. So like right now I'm in the middle of like, what the fuck should I
But then again too, there's certain type, you know?
It depends on what their message is. Like,
yeah.
You have freedom of speech, but if it's like holding up signs saying like, oh, let's kill babies and shit, like, I mean, it's legal for you to say that, I guess, technically, but like,
there's
you know what I mean?
Yeah, like there's certain things that you can say with your freedom of speech, and then there's some shit that bro.
Like those
kick back, bro. That's a little too much, bro.
Those people from that church, the Baptist church, that they say like that gay people should burn and like shit like that, like.
That's a little,
No, but they hold up signs, bro, and it's like a whole community of people.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
No, dude, it's
that like in Oklahoma and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think so. It's a California. I forgot what their church is called, but it's like a Baptist church or something.
I know that.
And they spread the message supposedly, but they like stand at street signs and shit. Yeah. Like it's intense, bro. The shit that they say, but it's like it's freedom of speech. You know what I mean?
Because I know for a while, bro, when that Black Lives Matter movement was active, bro, a lot of people were like burning flags, bro, spitting on them, sitting on
that right there.
That's a different story, bro. Because it's now you're doing something that, you know, like a lot of people, you know.
Yeah, dude.
They wear that, bro. You know,
the fucking flag, it represents everything that this country's been through. You know what I mean?
Bro.
It represents everything that I've done for this country. You know what I mean? I wore that shit for 7 years on my right shoulder, and I still wear it whenever I wear my cap, dude. I have my fucking American flag right here. I have it on my car, like on the top, on the ceiling and shit. Like I have like a little Velcro kind of thing. It's like a black and white flag and stuff like that. I put it up there for good luck. And it just represents so much to so many people. And whenever I see Americans do that, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, do you not realize that this is something extremely sacred for, like, at least, I'm going to be ballsy enough to say, 90% of the country? You know what I mean? Fuck.
It's kind of like, that's when we take the freedom of speech to a different category. You know, there's freedom of speech, then there's this shit what they're doing, bro, and they were doing it for a while, bro. They were burning it, or they flip it inside. They don't flip it inside out, but they put it
upside down.
Upside down. Yeah. What does that signify, bro? I
guess like rebellion. It signifies like delinquency. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? I'm not. you guys represent these values, but I don't give a fuck about your values.
So I'm just gonna flip it all on you guys. See, that's kind of, I know that, bro, and a lot of foods were doing that,
because the American flag, like as you see it right now, it's like it represents the country and everything that's happened, right? But when you see it like flipped this way like that, it represents like what the military has in mind, which is assault forward. Because let's say you have a flag like this, right? And let's say you have the flag like that and it looks like normal, right?
Yeah.
And you start running, the air is going to flip it this way, right?
So you're
and what does that mean? Like you're assaulting forward, right? So for the military, that's like we're fighting. You know what I mean? Shit. Now if it's upside down, that's representing like go fuck yourself. Like I don't care about your fucking values. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's a huge disrespect for us.
Oh yeah. Because a lot of people were doing that, bro.
And you know what? If you see a soldier's uniform, that's how he has his flag. It's not like the traditional side. It's like the assaulting forward side. You know what I mean?
Oh shit!
And if you pay close attention to like the movies, or if you see the soldier in real life, look at his flag. It's assaulting forward, dude.
So he's like ready to go, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's what we represent, man.
I feel like a lot of people are just not aware of that. You know, they think because like they have like so much like freedom, they can do whatever the fuck they want. But sometimes, bro, you gotta respect it.
Yeah.
Like,
and you know where it starts, dude? The parents, bro.
That's what I was saying. Because no one grows up, bro. No one grows up, bro, saying like, you know what, fuck the cops. No one's gonna say that, bro. Either you see it on the news, you see it on a social media platform, bro, or you fucking hear it from your uncle, your parents, your fucking something, bro. An older brother. So you don't grow up hating, bro. Like race, same thing with racism, bro. You don't grow up hating blacks, hating whites, hating Asians, bro. It's something that you learn from someone that you kind of look up to, bro. You know?
Yep.
And that's what it is, bro. And it's crazy, bro.
It really is, man.
It could lead to like down the line, you just straight up hate the entire like race of people for no reason. And it's like not only are you closing your doors for yourself, but it's like you're closing doors for other people. You know, you're like shutting them out.
That's why I ask you guys,
just because they're like Asian or whatever.
Have you guys ever experienced racism from like a different race? I guess.
Just white people. It's not gonna lie, mostly white people that are like angry.
And how do you guys react to it?
What did that lady tell us at Cárdenas?
For
less legit, like today.
Today it was.
It was when we were stuck over.
Because they were giving me money. He was selling candies right now. What's up, little
kid, like.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm selling chocolates for $5," and I'm like, "Here's $3, bro. Keep selling them."
Why you give it to him?
I gave him $3, bro. Look at my fucking karma, bro. My car didn't want to turn on, and I gave good karma, bro. Gave him $3. I came out, and I come out. She's like, the little kid comes at me. Hey, you want to buy some chocolate? I'm like, hey, little boy, I just bought some off of you. I give you $3, and she's like, oh yeah. Sorry, our bad. It's because you guys all look the same. And I was like, oh hell yeah, we all do. And then I just left because I'm not easily offended, bro. Me, if you get to know me, bro, I like fucking around. I like talking.
And that's what I'm getting at, dude. Yeah. Like whenever I hear racism towards you, dude, I find that like so fucking funny.
Yeah,
because like, why are you gonna get offended for that?
And it's like I was like, I didn't even shrug it, bro. Like, because at the end of the day, bro, like. I like fucking around. I like there's a place and time for fucking around, bro. And I like fucking.
I was gonna say it's funny when like they say something racist, but like it's right, you know?
It's right. I was gonna be like shit. And we're all named Jose too, and I was gonna be and fucking that was one, bro. And there was another occasion, bro, because where I work at, bro, I'm in a higher place, bro. So I deal with a lot of truckers and a lot of so your boss, bro.
Yeah.
He's not really fluent in English, bro.
He's not.
And one time, this fool hates him, bro. And one time, fucking, this truck driver from Oklahoma, Wisconsin, he was a white dude, bro. He's like, he keeps telling him, like, what? And then the guy, he has chopped English, bro. He's not fluent with it. And he's like, well, I don't understand what you're saying. Oh, speak it better. And I turn around, I'm like, hey, bro. You know what, bro? Go into your truck, bro, and it's gonna be $250, bro. I upped them, bro. It was $200, but I said $250, bro.
He's gonna hear this, bro.
Because I kept hearing it, bro, and I was like doing my computer, bro, and I kept hearing it, bro. Now you know what, bro? Go in your truck, bro.
Yeah.
Do you understand that? And he's like, yeah. It's because I couldn't understand him, and he played the victim card right at the end, bro. I was like, just go in your truck. And there's a lot of occasions, bro, when these white dudes, bro, they come, bro, but it's like we said, bro, it's like passed down, bro.
Yeah.
And they come and they're like, oh, I don't know what you're saying. Like, go get someone else that could tell it to me.
Yeah.
Like, bro, it's not that hard to hear $200 or $150. but they just.
That's all he really says, you know.
Yeah, that's all he says, bro. Like, it's gonna be $200 for the lumping, you know. It's like, and these white dudes just play the little thing like, oh, I don't know what you're saying. I can't understand you. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah,
And that's the only times where I seen it. But it's like with the black lady, bro, it was funny as fuck, bro. Because we all do fucking let me say it, bro. We let me say it, bro. So it's like not really offended, but hey, but if you offend me, not offend me, bro, but you say a little joke and I say a little joke and you get offended, like, come on, bro.
Yeah, like, come on.
Yeah. But it's like, you know, like I'm like that. I'm a jokester, bro. I like hearing that shit, bro. But it's like if I'm gonna say something, bro, and you're gonna say something, all right, let's keep it like that, bro. You know, don't get butthurt one day, you know.
That's right. You know
and it should be like that, bro. But yeah, bro. What about you? Have you witnessed anything?
I have, dude. But you know what? Not that much in the military, because like I explained, you know what I mean. Like we don't see color and stuff like that. But when I have, like, it's whenever I hear it, I just find it like hilarious. Because like, why are you gonna like take your time to try to offend me, especially about my race? Dude, we're all born here, right?
Yeah.
Like in California, right?
Yeah, California, bro.
We're not like we're Mexican, but like when somebody says you're fucking mojado or wetback or something like that, I'm like, am I really though? I really go through that kind of stuff. You know, it's like that one song, Acquit and those fucking what's his name? They're Mexican rappers.
The rappers, the bald dudes. Yeah.
That song that goes, no soy de aquí. That's what I am, dude. I'm not from here, nor am I from over there. You know? I'm just here.
You're just here to live.
I don't feel like racial slurs and stuff like that can really affect me that much. You know what I mean? Because whenever it's Mexican insult, I don't feel insulted because I feel American, you know what I mean? And whenever it's like an American insult, I'm like, I associate with Mexicans.
Yeah, so it's like, you start switching, bro. You're like,
yeah. You choose your battles.
Yeah. That is true though, bro. But it's like, because usually like people when they get offended and shit like that, they're probably most likely having a bad day, bro.
That too, yeah.
Because if you're having a bad day and someone says, hey, fuck you, you're like, oh, hell nah, bro. Here, you know, you're going to give them all, bro.
And speaking of bad days, dude, that's something that I've been trying to like, you know, train myself into thinking. Like that's a mentality, you know, because you know you're driving down the freeway and somebody cuts you off and you get pissed, right?
Ooh, yeah.
But then if you stop to think, you're like, what if he just received a call from his mom saying that his dad's in the hospital?
Yeah,
I understand that shit.
And
you're never gonna know. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, what if?
What if?
So you just let it
go.
Exactly, bro. One of my professors told me to think like that, bro. He told me like the person that cuts you off, the person that cuts you in line, the person that, what if they got a call, or what if they are going through something, and it's like, that's a good way to think, bro. Because then like I used to like when people used to cut me off, I was like, hell nah, I'll fucking zoom and I'll cut them off, you know. And it's like, nah,
dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's really hard, but I'm working on it.
It's hard, bro, because we could sit here and talk about like, we're gonna work on that, but I'll talk, bro. If there's no action, bro, there's no point of even talking, bro.
That's right.
And it's hard, bro. It's hard, bro. Like when people cut me off, I'm like, hell no, bro. Till this day, bro, you know, and I try to work on it, bro.
Yeah.
But it's not a one day thing, bro.
No, it's not. It's like it's just the process, man.
Yeah,
it's the process.
Exactly, bro.
Also, go ahead, bro.
Well, I was just gonna finish it off with, and by the time you're like 50 and stuff like that, like old, wise, you try to pass that knowledge to like the young ones and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
that is true, bro. That's true.
Yeah,
now that we ended on this note, is it okay if I like use your guys' bathroom and you're really pissed right now?
Yeah, if you want, just go outside right now, you know.
Use that shit over there.
Through the door and then
go through the door.
Take a look, take a piss, look in the grass. Yeah, right now I wanted to talk about like just your experience, just traveling, bro, and just come back, you know.
Yeah, let me just pee real quick.
Yeah, go for it, bro. Yeah. You wash your hands right there, too, bro?
I don't know if you guys are gonna cut this part or not.
No, we're not, bro. We're gonna keep on talking.
We're actually gonna take the camera over there, bro.
I there's a light. There is it. So I go straight and then
just
take a let,
just pee on this, take a piss on the grass, bro. Yeah. Like honestly, bro, I thought we were about to see that crazy guy at the gym last time, bro.
Dude, that dude had some shit going down, dude.
I was feeling it, bro. I'm like, I feel a little animalistic.
I got kids your age. I got 14 kids your age.
Everyone's chill, bro. Everyone's just trying to grind, bro. And that's what I like, dude. That's what I like about the gym, bro.
We saw that girl here.
My girl, yeah, bro. But it's then again, bro. If she's not giving those choosies, if she's not like vibing with you, bro, not even looking at you, then why bother, bro? Just go. But then again, bro, she cannot maybe not fuck with you, bro. But if you go up
dude,
to
but
her,
that girl, like, She's just chilling. She's just like us. You can tell. She's just like, she has her earphones in. She's fucking.
Well, she's
straight
there
up working out.
Well, bro, there's a difference between them people that go places to look for something, and there's people that go, bro, just to grind, bro. You know, and maybe she's just there to grind, bro.
Yeah, and I feel like, and I feel, yeah, cause we work out, bro. We fuck around, we work out, bro.
Yeah, we work out.
Yeah, we work out.
We get our whole shit done.
Yesterday, how many hours were we at the gym, bro?
Dude, like 3?
Fuck no, more. We're at 1.
What time did we leave?
5:30, bro.
Did you guys go eat after?
Nah.
No. We were just working out.
Just hit the steam room.
Because we were talking about our shit.
Because he wanted to start that, like, making chairs, tables, and all that.
It's all about, like,
and
he's
like, checking out yard sales, and I'm like, bro, I'm up for it, bro. Like, Saturday, Sunday, you can bring in a little bit more cash, bro.
There's some soap right there, bro, right next to that cup, bro. You just wash it right there. Well, it's all about, like waking up on Saturday, bro. Like, going straight yard sales, bro.
I tell this to, like, bro, you gotta work on your time management, bro. Like, I thought today, what time were you about to come? 4?
You talking to me?
Yeah, we agreed at 4, bro.
What time it is?
And you came at 6:30, bro.
In the morning, fuck.
Who else was late?
Yeah.
Who else was late today? Let's talk about that.
Jose was fine.
I came at 4.
No, Jose wasn't late. Who else was late today?
I was late.
No, that fool came at 6:30, bro.
I got here early, fool.
You got here early, bro. And he started taking out a bike.
We unloaded everything. I was unloading a bike. He's like, what's going on?
Turn off or what?
Yeah, turn off. Oh, because there's a 30-minute limit, that's right.
Oh, yeah?
That's fine.
No, it's alright. We still got the...
So just clap again?
Clap?
Yeah, if you can't somehow manage to sync it, then just do the audio, but this right here, you should be able to find it.
Yeah.
To sync it, you know what I mean? So it'll be like a certain time frame where it's not
I didn't even,
video,
also too,
but you can still hear the audio, you know?
Also too, bro, I didn't even think about that, bro. Like, alright, just press play and shit, and then just clap, and then on the clap and just connect it, bro. Cause I try to focus so hard, bro, connecting, like, when I talk, I move my lips. Let me give you.
Your little lips?
Bro.
Your little lips?
It was hard, bro.
On that shit, bro.
Me? Fuck no.
Nah,
Look at you, bro.
It's me, bro.
Fuck no.
I just feel self-conscious about my lips, bro, so I had to put you down first.
I mean, I respect it.
He's honest, bro.
I had to hurt someone, bro. I was like... Yeah, bro.
You were waiting for that shit?
Yeah.
Beat your ass, bro.
Where were we gonna start at, bro?
Kind of like, I know you, Xavier, you traveled to like a lot of places, like compared to us and shit. You already like you've been to like Germany, you've been everywhere, bro. Just tell us like just your experience, because I know damn right, bro. There's good looking chicks, and you know, like we'll talk about that, like,
yeah,
but just like the food, like right now, like our shit's kind of compared. Like,
so I'll be honest with you, dude. I don't really care that much about food. You know what I mean? Like the diversity of food. You know what I mean? Cause
yeah.
I think, and I say this because I think it's the fault. The reason for this is because I put the blame on the military. You know what I mean? Because whatever you get your hands on when you're training or out there, you know what I mean, you'll eat it. So whenever I get the chance to like go eat and stuff like that, I'm not thinking about like, damn, this shit's like Italian food. You know what I mean? This shit's awesome. I'm just thinking, all right, this is gonna help me survive for the next day and stuff like that. So I've never really put too much emphasis on like, oh shit, this is German food. This is fucking awesome. You know what I mean? So can't really say much about food.
Yeah.
In terms of women, dude.
Oh, that's something
Well,
else.
hold on. What about that steak? The one that you were talking about that.
So except for steak, dude, I'm a big steak guy. Right?
Yeah, we're all steak.
Yeah, we all like steak, bro.
I don't know about
We all show
French right here. This guy here, bro.
I am a big fan of steaks. I will admit that.
I prefer chicken.
And like we were talking about fucking steaks on our way here and stuff like that. I was telling them that when I was in Latvia, sometimes they would let us go out to explore the city, which is the city of Riga. I think that's the capital of Latvia. But anyways, we found this like hole in the wall kind of restaurant kind of thing. You know what I mean? It was all snowy. You thought it was like a house, but it wasn't. It was an actual restaurant.
That's crazy.
We went inside and stuff like that, and it was so like luxurious and whatnot. We look at the menu and there's just different types of steaks in there, but the one that caught my eye was the T-bone steak, dude. You know. Ooh. So I ordered the T-bone steak, and you know what? Best steak I've ever had in my entire life, man. I don't know how they seasoned it. I don't know how they prepared it.
But it was just...
What were the sides?
Oh, the size with like potatoes.
Baked potato?
Yeah. But it just tasted so amazing, and I was telling him, dude, like whenever we get rich, man, I'm taking y'all motherfuckers out there.
Yeah. And that's like kind of like, yeah, bro, that's gonna happen, you know, with the right, you know, just patience and just the right mentality.
Like your fool, 14 years down the line, fool. I tried telling him about ideas.
And I tell you like,
and he's like,
and I tell you,
no,
I like how you think.
Hold on, he's like, yeah, some people are fool. Like 10 years, maybe we can start.
Because I'm telling them about real estate. I'm talking about real estate. Like, yeah, bro, this is good shit. But I tell them first, you gotta focus on the podcast, bro. You know, as in like just gaining funds, you know, or just fucking like build ourselves up, you know. Yeah. But like,
so basically, like you listen to the idea, right, and you're like, yeah, let's do it. But like you care about it happening now, right? Is what you're trying to
see. My thing is, I try to just pitch ideas, just in general, just at all. Just it's not necessarily let's do it tomorrow, let's do it next week. Just pitching ideas
that are attainable, right?
Yeah, and this guy's like, yeah, that sounds good, but right now we got to worry about the podcast.
I tell him like, how
he just shuts him down. He's like, but the podcast. It's like, are you not capable of multitasking?
How I think is like, how are we gonna fund? How are we gonna create like the funds, or how are we gonna like, you know, be in that step, you know? Like, yeah, I like thinking about that shit too. Don't get me wrong, bro. But how are we gonna get there? You know? That's my opinion.
Easily, bro. See, the thing is, it's because I told him. I tried telling him yesterday that he has tunnel vision. He has tunnel vision bad, bro. Like, he sees another idea being introduced to him, and he's like, no, like, that's a whole other concept. Like, that's a whole other thing. Like, I can't, like, we have to focus on this first, and it's like, you have to be able to flow, you know, get me? Like, if something's coming in, you gotta adapt it with what you're doing, you know what I mean? Like, this podcast, bro, what the fuck else do we need? We have the mics, we have the shit, we have everything. That's done with. Financially and all that bullshit, it's done with. It's just growth from here. Yeah. So shut the fuck up about the podcast. We're doing it, it's happening. But if I'm telling him like about this and shit, that's something we could fix up, like this table, fix it up and sell it. The bike, fix it up. Little shit like that, you get me? And I was trying to tell him about, shut up. I'm trying to tell him stuff, and he's like, yeah, but right, we'll focus on that later. But the podcast and it's like, it's happening, bro. The podcast it's doing its thing.
So hold on, let me ask you, why do you think he's talking or saying that?
That's because my thing is he has tunnel vision. He doesn't. He's not able to take in a new concept and like start working on that because he's like, no, right now we're doing the podcast, and that's the only thing that his little mind is capable of.
Do you agree with that?
I never told him no. Like, his ideas are shit. Do I tell you? I tell him like, hell yeah, bro, let's do it. Did I say like, oh yeah, let's get it done, bro?
No, dude, you didn't.
I didn't tell you no.
But right now we gotta worry about the podcast. Yeah, it's a good idea. Fool, in like 10 years, maybe we can think about it. Like,
I like
to die. I don't know how I'll be alive in 10 years. I'm not trying to start making money.
Like, I don't mind taking criticism, bro. If you're saying I have tunnel vision, then that's alright, bro. You know, I'll try to work on that.
No, but hold up, bro. Tunnel vision, I don't think that's, dude. I don't think that's a weakness, man. I don't think that's a bad thing. You know what I mean? There's different types of people. You know what I mean?
You have to be able to adapt to it. If you're working on one thing that requires like 100% dedication, then yes, block out other shit. You get me? But it's like, if you have something that's already working, you have to be able to adapt to get more things on the way, to get like
multitasking.
You get me? Like you guys want to get into real estate, right? You get your first property. Are you gonna stop there? Or are you just gonna be like, I have to focus on this one property for 10 years. I can't fucking no, bro, because like you're gonna lose money. Like time is money. You get me? You have to be able to be like, all right, have this. Figure out a way to get this to be self-sufficient in the sense that I only have to check up on it. I don't have to fucking dedicate my entire, like, you get me? Let me start setting up another one. Let me start setting one after that. You get me? Like, and that's the type of mentality that you're lacking right now.
And yesterday when you told me, like, yeah, bro, let's say we buy land and we buy a house and then we're looking at it, you know, did I tell you no? That's a stupid ass idea, bro. I try to like, I team up with you. I team up. I'm saying the podcast is gonna build our way up.
This guy Fernando is like the multitask queen, bro. Cause this motherfucker, bro, I be trying to look for him, and he has a whole salad, bro. Forklift, bro. He has a whole salad. He has a little smoothie. He has like his little chips and shit. I'm like, what are you doing, bro?
he'll come over because I put a meat right on a reach, and he'll come over and he'll like just check up on me, and I'll have legit like a whole burger, a smoothie, fries. I'll have my music playing, and I'll be in the middle putting stuff up while I'm eating. Like I'm doing like 55 things at once.
Dude, I'll be honest with you. I think that's a really good trait to have, man. Because and you know what, dude? It's not an easy thing to have. It really isn't. Like I struggle with that shit too, man. There's certain things that I want to focus on, but I can't because because my priorities are somewhere else. You know what I mean? So like right now, I'm trying to get really good at math, but I haven't been able to. Or now I am since I just finished biology. Yeah. But when I was in biology class, I couldn't fucking focus on math because this information was being fed to me like that, and I just could not multitask it, bro. And I'm still struggling. I want to get to that point, but it's just so hard. So like what you got, dude, fucking.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not like He-Man. You also have to be able to find the balance. Like, if you're trying to do too many things at once and you're not progressing in any of them,
I mean, there's certain things I can multitask. You know what I mean? But like, all right, so let's just not go that far, right? Do you guys know how to drive standard?
Really, bro.
Do you? That's a funny story.
That car that I have outside, that white one, bro, that's a standard car, bro, and that's the car that I learned how to drive on it. But familiar, bro.
His friend has a car, right? And it's manual. And he had asked him one day, he's like, "Oh, you know how to drive manual?" "Yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah, I do." Took him out. He fucking couldn't even get out of the parking lot.
Fernando's Mustang? That's a lie.
Fernando's Mustang. First of all, bro, this fool couldn't even get out of the parking lot.
First of all, bro, remember there's two stories to it. Yeah. I got out of the parking lot good, bro. The only thing that I fuck up on was hills, bro.
Oh yeah.
I fuck up on hills.
There's no hills by anywhere we work. What hill?
Parking lot hill, bro. Yeah, that's a hill. Bro, it's a little hill.
That's a hill, bro.
I couldn't go back in the parking lot. I got out of the parking lot. Nah, but yeah, it's like you were saying, bro. It's something different, bro. Compared to automatic, bro, it's different, bro.
It really is, and like I'm saying, like there's certain things that I am pretty strong at multitasking, right? But then there's other aspects that I can't multitask on, like, which is why I brought up the stick, because my car is fucking manual, right? And I cannot hold a proper conversation if I'm driving. You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking about the dude to my right, I'm thinking about the dude to my left, I'm thinking about the dude to my right. And if it was just that, all right, cool, I can still hold a conversation. But you know what? I gotta downshift, I gotta upshift, I gotta brake, I gotta look. You know what I mean? If I want to pass this dude, I need to downshift and go fast. And if somebody's talking to me, dude, I just zone them out, dude. I can't. You know what I mean? Because if I don't zone them out, we're both gonna die. You know what I mean? And I just can't multitask in that aspect. But if we're talking, let's say my military stuff, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can multitask that. You know what I mean? Because I'll be, let's say, during my teaching, which I don't do it anymore, which kind of sucks now that I think about it. But if I'm like assaulting an objective, I can be shooting while giving orders. Like, all right, fucking mark, fucking button hook right. You know what I mean? As I'm shooting and stuff like that. And then I run out of bullets. I can easily, just out of pure muscle memory, I can like fucking reload and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I can multitask in that aspect. But then when it comes to like logical stuff like math, like biology, stuff like that, I can't do that, man. Do you guys feel the same way, or
what about like? Okay, two different scenarios. One that requires your attention more like quickly, and one that's like projects you're working on. Like, let's say you're working on two projects, right? One is like to build a calendar or something. Something like you have to like actually hands down. You have to sit. It's gonna take some time.
Like on Excel or something.
Yeah, and another one's like a quick like just fucking edit something online like real quick. Where you're like working so hard on the calendar that you forget. Like, does that happen to you? Do you have two things, but you get so absorbed in one that it's just
one thing that I can compare that to is like writing essays, right? Do you think that's on the same route?
Yeah, like school. Like you have like two classes, so you have an essay, and then you have like a project you have to work on.
I can do that.
Is it easier for you to balance that? Because for me, it's not. That's where I suck.
But to a certain extent, right? So like if we're talking math and English, I can't, dude, because I have to put all my brain power on math,
bro.
Now let's say it's some fucking stupid class like
theater, bro.
Greek and Roman art, or fucking some history class and some English class. Yeah, I can multitask both of those because it both involves writing, especially if there's like an assignment to do an essay, right? Yeah, I can fucking easily do that.
Yeah.
But like, if it's something that requires all my brain power, dude, I just can't fucking go on and off. You know what I mean?
Like you gotta write a whole essay, and you have to do a whole like math workbook kind of thing. And it's just
that's
like,
a nightmare, dude.
You can't
I feel like
those two subjects take too much of your like concentration.
And if you know yourself, I feel like you should like kind of schedule like get 2 good classes and an easy class. You know, don't just get 4 hard ones, bro.
That's true.
Because you're gonna be miserable, bro.
And I think that's one thing that everybody should consider. Like, know yourself. You know, know what your limit is. You know, because if you don't know your limit, man, you're gonna fucking have a hard fucking time. You're gonna turn into pink mist and disappear into fucking depression.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's gonna be miserable. It's gonna be one hell of a fucking
road,
bro.
Man, fuck.
Because it's like yeah, bro. Because a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm taking fucking 6 classes. I'm like,
I don't know how to do that.
Fuck.
Yeah, I feel
And they have a full-time job and shit, and it's like,
I'm like,
I haven't slept since like last week. Like,
and you know, there's people that can do that, man.
It's possible, damn, bro.
There's people that for everything. There's people that thrive under like those conditions. No sleep, no fucking. They got like 12 things they're working on, and it's just like they're flourishing. But then there's people that's like, dude, I haven't slept in like 2 days, and they're dying. And then someone's like, dude, I haven't slept in 2 weeks. Like, I'm fine. I feel great. What do you mean? Like, it's like
Whenever I hear people say, I only need 4 hours of sleep, what the fuck,
fucking crackhead. Because it's like. Because there's some departments where we work at, bro, where those motherfuckers don't even sleep, bro. They get like 4 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep, then they come back. I think the worst they've ever hit was 22 hours, bro, of working. Straight working, bro. What the fuck? You know, like, how do you do that, bro?
And it's warehouse work, like.
For me, like I've had a lot of shifts which is like 24 hours.
Yeah.
It doesn't go past 24, but sometimes it does, depending on like what's going on in the shift, right? But sometimes I've had 24 hours, and what I do to remedy that, for me to not fall asleep, is I watch scary shit on the internet. You know what I mean? So whenever I have the downtime, I'll like look up jump scares and stuff like that. And I kid you not, dude, that shit helps. It helps, dude. Because I remember one time I had this shift and I had to patrol our armories right at night, and I was just walking down the line, and it's this huge 400-meter stretch of just nothing, pure darkness, and then to your right it's just like different company areas, you know, and you're walking down that line and you start remembering, you feel sleepy, right, but you start remembering about what you saw on the internet, and you're like, oh shit, fuck out of here.
So I stay awake these 2 days. Let me ask you this, bro, since you went all around like these places, bro, were there ever like urban legends right there, bro, or like, hey, you know what, the town people say that there's like a goat man somewhere, like, you know, did you ever see yourself in there, bro?
If you want, just tell us about that one story, bro, about the creature with the red eyes, you know, then you can talk about like...
That wasn't in Europe, though, that was in El Paso. So like, it was a training exercise where we had to find like 4 points, right, and we only had like 3 hours to find it, and they basically give you a map, your red light, your compass, pencil, and that's pretty much it, plus your gear, which is your rifle and stuff like that, which adds about like 40 pounds or so, depending on what the, you know, SOPs is, which is standard operating procedures of the company. So anyways, this mission basically made us look for 3 points at night, 4 points in the daylight, but this story happens to be at night, right? And I'm just walking around, dude, and it's pitch dark. You can only see the moonlight. And there's just sand dunes everywhere, just surrounded by sand dunes, dry grass everywhere, right? And I'm walking down, I already found like 1 point, I'm on my second one. And out of nowhere, I hear fucking rustling, dude, by the sand dunes like this, you know what I mean? Like, just, would you imagine?
Like someone stepping or some shit like that.
Yeah. And then out of nowhere, I stop, and I'm trying to like figure out where it's coming from. And I don't hear it, so I can continue walking, and it happens again. And I identify it, and it's coming to like my right. So I turn around, and there's nothing there. I keep walking, like it's like, let's say like 100 meters. I can't really remember how long I was walking for, but I think it was 100 meters. And I hear the same noise. I turn around, and I see these red eyes, dude, like staring at me. And I think they were red because of the reflection of the moonlight that made the creature look red or something like that. I don't know what it was. Hopefully it wasn't the devil, you know what I mean? But it was some kind of animal.
Some kind,
And I turn around and I look at that and I start fucking like getting scared.
Yeah.
Holy shit, what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? So I look at it and then out of nowhere it just disappears and I continue my mission, right? I'm trying to look for my points and then out of nowhere it fucking just keeps getting louder and louder until eventually I gotta turn around. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Luckily nothing happened, dude. Like the if it was an animal it did not attack me, but the shitty part was that if it did attack me, dude, I would have been fucked because I didn't have like enough rounds to like take it down. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things that I think about. Like, what if it did attack me? Would I have survived?
What do you think it was, or was there ever like?
I feel like it was an animal though. I do think it was like a legit like animal that we all can easily identify. You know what I mean?
At least get like a general like size. Did you size up the animal like?
So it was like inside like the sand dunes, you know what I mean? So I couldn't really see the exact size of it.
Yeah.
But the eyes were probably like this big, you know what I mean? Like that big. So that's pretty thick.
Yeah, that's pretty wide apart. That's
like,
a pretty big head.
So like, now let's do like the math, right? Like, what do you think that could have been?
Yeah. And let's
like
see,
a pig, maybe? No, right? There's.
But in the sand, bro.
Because I still don't know like what that could have been.
Because let's say what animals are fucking native to those sand dunes that you were in, bro.
I've heard there's boars, snakes, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Maybe a boar.
Boar,
probably.
Like
big eyes
albino.
Like that on a boar.
Aren't albino? Don't they albino like have red eyes?
But that's kind of
like lizards.
Rare on a boar. Like I feel like.
I don't know, dude.
But that's kind of like to get you like, you know, like I don't know.
But it scared the fuck out of me, and it was following me, dude, for
because it was probably sizing you up, bro, and it decided that, you know what, this is too big for me to even prey on.
And the reason I say that I would have been fucked, dude, was because we only had like 10 rounds, I think. And like the problem with this is that like if you're in country, and when I say that, like that means like in the United States, if you shoot rounds, dude, you have to report why you shot those rounds and stuff like that. And I was scared because like if I did end up using those rounds and I had to report this, I would have sound fucking crazy.
They
would have fucked me up, and they probably would have like kicked me out of the military for being crazy or something like that.
And that is crazy, bro.
And I just never encountered something like that ever again.
Did anyone else in your
No, I didn't hear anything about stuff.
That's kind of like, damn, you know, you're the only one. That's kind of like, it's a little.
And then like it also like I just started thinking about it too much, and then I'm like, what if it was like a fabrication of my own mental awareness? You know what I mean? Like, what if
were you deprived of sleep though at that point?
I was, yeah.
Oh, then who knows, bro?
I don't know, man.
But it's like you watching YouTube videos.
But you're watching.
I didn't watch YouTube videos at that time.
I just feel like if you.
But it takes a while.
You know, you just know if there's something really there.
Yeah. Like. The thing is, it happened 3 times, dude, and it was like the sand dunes noise. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's like
in there.
Okay, when people say that they're sleep deprived, I know that they see things.
Like
they don't hear things though, bro.
They don't hear things.
They see things, bro. They don't hear like moving, like what you say when you explaining, bro. That's not sleep deprived, bro. That's like maybe like you most likely did see something, bro. Because there's a difference between like seeing. Because they say when you're sleep deprived, you see things. You like hallucinate things, but you don't like
hear
on 3 different occasions, bro.
Not up 3 times, bro.
I don't know about that, bro. And then that's pretty sure it spooked you, bro.
It really did.
You're like, yeah.
I was fucking pretty scared because you're sent out by yourself, man. Like, and you're in this huge ass fucking desert.
Yeah. And
you can only use your red light. You know what I mean? Because you're simulating actual war and stuff like that.
Like you're actually.
And then that actually brings me to like a different story.
Yeah.
When I was training in Georgia, like we were at night finding our points and stuff like that. And then I'm just walking, and then for some reason I'm like, am I going the right way? So I stop and I look at my map and I'm like, all right, this and that. Look, I'm flashing my red light. I'm doing my calculations. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna walk another 100 steps, right? And then I flash my light right in front of my direction, and there's this huge, complex fucking spider web right in front of me, like literally like this far away. You know what I mean? And in the middle is this colorful ass fucking spider, dude. And I'm like, holy shit! If I didn't stop, dude, I probably would have ran into that spider web, and God knows what would have happened, dude. And that was scary as fuck, dude.
What type of was it? Was like a venomous spider or what?
It probably was venomous, because I hear colorful ones are venomous.
Yeah. It's usually because they're trying to like warn predators and shit, like the poison dart frogs. Yeah. They're like green, huh? They're like green, orange, and shit
like
that.
weird bright neon colors, bro.
Yeah.
A show was like this
snakes
big,
too, bro.
It was like this big, like that.
They identify snakes like poison by their color and shit, like their scales.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that same night, a dude got bit by a fucking snake, dude, and they took him to the hospital. He made it, but
what type of
Was
snake?
it like a venomous snake?
Yeah, it was a venomous snake.
Water
I don't know what kind of snake it was, but I did hear of a.
Where at? Location? Georgia?
Yeah.
Maybe a water moccasin? Are they over there?
He's just making shit up.
No, water moccasin. Those are
copperheads.
Those are fucking crazy, bro. Like, imagine getting bit by a snake, bro. Have you seen like the way that their wounds like develop throughout the days, bro? Mm-hmm. Their bacteria just starts to deteriorate, bro.
It's like the Komodo dragon.
It coagulates your blood, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It makes it fucking like stick together.
Yeah.
Like jelly.
Because I've seen them. Yeah, I've seen them when they drop like a drop of poison in a cup of blood. And they just stir it, and immediately it gets like all like it gets like jelly, and it fucking it gloops out like
that, bro.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Komodo dragons, like their bacteria, what they throw out and shit?
Oh, in their mouth,
and shit. That's how they be fucking up.
Is it like acid or something? Or?
It's kind of you could say it's acid, but
it's because it's like dirty, like bacteria.
Yeah. It's but the Komodo dragon is like potent on like animals, though. No,
what do you mean?
Not really on us, no.
No, yeah, dude. If a Komodo dragon bites you,
they can bite you. You gotta.
Alright, so is this myth or true, right? If a snake bites you, can you suck it out and then you're fine?
I think that's a myth, bro.
Is that a myth?
I had heard that you're supposed to suck it out, but with
olive
oil, yeah, like an oil.
Did you see that from Snakes on a Plane, bro?
Snakes on a Plane?
You saw it from a movie, bro. Don't believe this guy. Snakes on a Plane.
Oh my god, I didn't know. I catch out like, oh shit, I better break that down.
I was like, no, where are you?
We're gonna test that right now.
That sounded so familiar.
Yeah, she was gargling oil, and she with the kid, right?
But no, but I heard that.
No, but it's because the oil like it suspends the poison, so you don't swallow it. Basically, it doesn't touch your skin. Yeah, like it's in like a solution. You get me?
Yeah.
Because oil, it doesn't mix stuff. You get me? It doesn't mix with water. Yeah, that's the point, so that it doesn't touch your skin. But you're supposed to spit it out. You're not supposed to swallow it.
What the fuck's gonna swallow it, bro?
If you swallow it, then swallow a bunch of fucking charcoal. Hope you make it.
That's crazy, bro.
Also, too, bro, you mentioned the ladies, bro. Let's talk about that. You know, the good-looking chicks, bro. That one place, Kishkanu. What is it?
Moldova and Chisinau.
Yeah.
It's the capital of Moldova. Called Chisinau, dude. Let me tell you, dude.
Tell us, bro.
The quality or the caliber, right? The caliber of women.
That's a good word, bro.
Compared to the caliber of women here is completely different. And when you experience that, you're like, damn, these girls are 1,000 times hotter than the girls here. Yet
the average weight for a chick in the U.S., bro, is 140, bro.
The average weight?
The average,
Jesus, dude,
140,
that's how
bro.
much I weigh, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah.
140, bro. 140.
Since like when? Since like right now, or like,
I think it's right now, bro.
Since all those
Type it in, bro.
feminists, since all those feminists
bro.
getting triggered, bro.
Like Eddie Bravo says, bro. Type it in, bro. Yeah.
But here's the thing: they still have those old traditions and stuff like that. But on top of that, dude, they're fucking smoking, man. You know? And then you meet a fucking bitch that's like a 4, a 5.
And muy creída. Like,
Muy creída, dude. She thinks she's like hot meat. She
Yeah.
thinks she's like,
I want him to be 6'2", with a good
huge
job.
cock.
And with
12-inch leg.
And he better be doing 70,000 a year.
That's 6-figure shit. Yeah. And when we're like, hey, I want a good-looking chick, you know, that has, you know, big booty. Like,
Suddenly we're assholes.
That's all guys think about.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck? You just thought about
It's double standards. We go back to the double standards, bro. We go back to the thing.
You just have to value yourself. You have to know, like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just settle. Like, I don't mean to be rude to like girls that are, I don't know, less attractive or a little more overweight.
Like to me, we talked about it like the last podcast. I'm not into fat chicks, bro. You know.
But there's people for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like me personally, I know that I have like a certain window of like, you get me, like attractiveness that I work with. Like, oh, this girl's like really fucking cute. I'm gonna talk to her. Like, oh, this girl's like pretty fucking cute. I'll talk to her. Like, this girl's not that cute. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and make a left turn. You know what I mean? Quick left turn. Quick fucking left turn.
Do you guys believe this? That women, I mean, yeah, they're superficial and stuff like that, but most of them don't really. I guess most of them aren't really that much attractive. Yeah, looks matter, right? But personality, I think they also veer towards that. Because have you ever seen fucking Joe Smo with a smoking hot chick? And you're like, what the fuck? How did he do that? How did he land that dime piece?
And that situation could be like that fool was actually the dudes that approached her, you know?
Yeah.
It could be like that fool had the balls to approach her. She would just like, oh,
and that shows a lot. You know what I mean?
Shows a lot, bro.
But in Europe, dude, it's different, man. They're all hot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it's like,
and they love seeing. All right, so for us, we like blue eyes, right?
Yeah.
Because it's common for everybody to have brown eyes and whatnot. Over there, dude, everybody has blue eyes. And when I was in Poland, right, I had like brown eyes, and a girl complimented me. I was like, "Oh my god, you have brown eyes. That's really cute." I'm like,
you're like, wow, like right here.
I would hear that in where I come from. You know what I mean?
But it's like, that's the crazy part, because over there they're so used to, like you said, bro, the blue eyes. So when you came in with your brown eyes, they were like, oh, fuck.
It was exotic, dude.
Yeah, they were exactly. That's crazy, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you guys get the chance to go there, go, man. Fucking, you'll meet a different type of women, man, and you'll probably fall in love with some hotties out there.
Fernando,
I'm trying to go to Russia.
Go to Russia. I've never been, but I mean, Latvia's kind of like has Russian people and stuff like that. They're all fucking bad.
It's just for me, like on Instagram, all like the girls that are like cute as fuck, or at least the girls that I think are cute as fuck, always Russian.
Yeah,
always fucking Russian. They have their name in Russian. Always fucking Russian. I'd say like 30 plus girls that I've seen on Instagram, just accounts that are just randomly like on the Discover page or whatever.
Yeah.
That are just cute as fuck. It's just
random, bro. I don't search.
It's all random, bro.
They're always
I fuck with the algorithm a little bit.
I don't know. They clicked, but they're always Russian. Like they're always fucking Russian.
Yeah, that is.
And
true,
the thing
bro.
is, for me, the type of girl that I think is attractive, or at least for me personally,
another
is like,
clapper.
There we go.
And what
super
happened?
light skin, with long hair, like the traits that I think are attractive are what they look like over there normally. Like that's just what you were saying. Like how for you, like they're over there, they're all attractive. For me in Russia, the way they look with their super light skin, just the traits that they have.
Their eyes, bro.
That's the type of shit that I think is attractive here. That's rare, but over there, everybody fucking looks like that.
Just get a bridesmaid. Like, just buy one.
But then again, those chicks are gonna be like, "This is motherfucker has money, bro." You know?
Sleep with them. But their mentality though, the good thing for us, right, is their mentality is still like the old kind of values, kind of stuff like the man should work, look for the food, stuff like that. You know what I mean? They should stay at home. They still have those values over there. Here, I don't know what it is, dude.
Yeah.
Like for some reason, I don't know what guy ruined it for all of us. Or how many guys ruined it for all
assholes.
of us. But right here, dude, it's like they want to be better than us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
They have to be. They have to try to
And-
be.
and-
the thing is, though, like, okay, I don't fault them for that, but at the same time, like, biologically, like, we're fucking stronger, dude. Let's just fucking be real.
And even if like the statistics come out, they still ignore that, bro. So I find like kind of like, what the fuck?
They're hard-headed, bro. But that's what you're gonna do, bro.
You know?
This is not being sexist, dude. This is me fucking scientifically.
Yeah. There's just, but it goes both ways. Just like we're stronger. You know, we're more resilient. I would fucking venture to say that girls are mentally fucking smarter. Like
I do believe that. Yeah.
like they have their traits that we don't. Like there's some motherly traits that are like beneficial for survival that we don't have. Because it's like for us, like let's say we get a little cut, we're just gonna be like, whatever, it's a fucking little cut, I'll be fine, you know. But let's say that little cut, we don't know science and shit, you know. It gets infected and you lose your finger and then you start losing more fingers. Men have that mentality where it's like, I'll be fine, you know, like okay, well I guess I'll still be fine. But women more commonly, I'm not saying all women, more commonly would be like, I should probably get this shit checked out. I should probably try to put shit on here and see what's gonna help. You know, it's like because they have that motherly instinct, and for us, it's just like we're supposed to be tough,
and like we're the ones doing like stupid shit.
Yeah, we're the ones that get in. If you think about it, even like prehistorically, like thinking of our ancestors, like the males were the ones that were getting in the fights, that were running into the bushes, chasing after the prey, getting all cut up and shit. We're the ones that are doing the stupid shit. So the women were the ones that would fucking take care of us when we would come back. But it's like,
and you don't even have to go that far, dude. Even like in World War II, they would stay back and fucking help us out and stuff like that.
Yeah, they were there, but they were like nurses and shit. They were like, when we would come back, we'd be like, I'm missing my leg. Can you please help me with that? Like
some morphine, like
like anything at all.
You know, just
like in middle school, they gave like the ice pack, you know.
That ice pack in it worked.
No, but it's like
with the plastic or something.
But I feel like because
and then you would flex and shit. We don't get all spongy and shit, like all the fucking ice.
And then have this weird scent to it.
Yeah, weird fucking. Oh my god, bro. That's hilarious.
But what happened with the propaganda? Like, what like ideologies made it seem like, oh yeah, doing all that shit's weak, you know?
It's just.
I don't see
that's what it is, dude. It's propaganda. For one, it's propaganda, and it's like misplaced weakness. Like you start seeing as traits like that, like, oh, you get hurt and you want to go get yourself checked and you want to make sure that you're going to be fine. That's the right decision to make, is it not? Does that not make sense? Like if you cut yourself and it starts looking weird, you would go, but that's seen as weakness. Like, oh, you went to the fucking doctor for a little cut? Like, you're a little bitch. Like, why would you do that?
That's how we guys are, bro.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Why, bro? Why are we like that? Why did shit get? Has it always been like that? When we were cavemen, was it like? Would they fucking bat on like a little fucking?
I would say
rough because he went and go get his shit in the water because it hurt him.
I would say just because like that's how we are and it comes from somewhere, right?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. How far back do you think that comes from? Is it like
far back?
Is that human nature
that's
to be fucking
something
weakness, or is it just?
I think it's just like our animalistic instinct, you know what I mean? Because we as a species, we're supposed to survive and fucking reproduce, you know?
Yeah.
So how are we going to reproduce? With the female. So we got to protect them, or else we're not going to reproduce. The female is weaker than the male, and we have to be there to protect them and fight them off and then reproduce, you know what I mean? So I think that's where it comes from. Like, it's just the primal kind of thing in our DNA.
Because it's like, it's in the DNA, like you said, the DNA, and it's like we can't complain over little shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I had my finger chipped or something. Like, oh, fuck it, you know, I'll get through it. And that way, because it's like at the end of the day, like you said, primal instincts where you got to protect your family, you got to protect your women, your fucking territory.
Yeah, and that trait, it's not even, it's older than us, bro. You know, it's older. I read it.
Do it, bro.
Yeah, because I read it.
Fucking animals right now and look at animals back then. It's been the same fucking
thing for them. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure biologically, like 2,000 years ago, there was like a gay turtle. Sure, but at the end of the day,
we're gonna get PETA commenting like, no, there's no gay turtles, bro.
They shut us down. No, but what I'm saying is like, at the end of the day, even like the shit that's made us soft today because we're trying to appease to everyone. So like the 64 fucking genders. Back then, like, even if you were a turtle and for whatever reason you felt like you were gay, you were still part of the pack and you still did your shit. And like, you didn't let your personal feelings get in the way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and let's not even go far, dude. Fucking, that's how guys were back in the day too, you know what I mean? They were probably born gay, right? But they still fucking reproduced and had children and stuff like that. And just recently, now that gays being accepted, they're coming out of the closet as 60-year-olds or 70-year-olds.
And it's like, fuck, they're having their kids and shit, like everything. Yeah, that is true though, bro. Because you hear that a lot, bro. Like these men that like have kids and everything, and now they're gay.
Yeah.
It's like different things, bro, because we're accepting it, bro. We're fucking saying,
that's if we keep on giving them, like, all these, like, oh, you could do this, you can do that, like, what else type of path we give them? What if they're gonna be like, you know what, these motherfuckers are letting me do this, I could do even more shit.
I could run a lot.
Yeah, I could run so much madness. You gotta put a stop in that shit, bro.
No, that too, but like a limit, because it's like how much. You
gotta set that limit for it down.
I'm not really like worried about the increase in that. You know what I mean? Because, all right, so there's a lot of men who come out of the closet, right? But that's at the same time when you compare how many women there is as opposed to men, there's not that many guys. There's more women, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if like a handful of us are gay, like it's not really that big a deal. This just means there's more fucking
It's
food for us.
Girls, bro.
So, like those guys, like us, you know what I mean?
Keep
Like,
it up, bro.
It's like when you're
That's what I'm
in a race and shit, you know, like there's like the 8 cars and it's like and the one car fucking takes a dip and it crashes and it explodes. You're like, thanks.
And like when he's turning, he takes out like 3 other cars. He makes another one.
Which is why I'm not like that salty. I don't really care if they're gay. Fuck, dude, there's more food for me.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because it's
the thing is like you have to be able to have that mentality where it's like you're both accepting, but it's also like you be accepting of me. Like you're gay and I'm like you like guys and that's cool. Like I'll support you. Go do you. But like, at the end of the day, like respect that I'm straight and I don't like guys and I don't try to like. You know what I mean? Like
convince you or try to like like it's cool to make like little jokes or whatever, but if you start making me feel uncomfortable because you're like hitting on me and shit, it's like I understand that it's a double-edged sword. Like I'm sure that you would be uncomfortable if I started pretending to hit on you or if I started making jokes about you and shit like that. You get me? Like just have that common respect. It's like,
dude, I went to a fucking gay bar in Greece without knowing it was gay. We were like bar hopping and shit. You know what I mean?
so much just cleaner than the other one. You're like, no, you're like,
and you know what? I didn't know it was a gay bar until I started getting hit on, dude. And I don't know. It's like, so where are you from? You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck? No guys ever came up to me and that's the first question. And then out of nowhere,
the fuck out of my seat.
like 2 gay guys are just talking to me, asking me a bunch of questions. Like, and that's where it snapped.
You're like,
this is a fucking.
Where your homies at, bro? To like
they were dancing, dude. No, believe it or not, in gay bars, there's women there, dude. Women don't want to get hit on, so they go to gay bars and stuff like that. So my friend, he was dancing with some girls and stuff like that, and that's where I thought, okay, this is probably like, I didn't think nothing of it until I started getting hit on, and I was like, this is a fucking gay bar, dude. And then eventually I told my friend, yo, let's get out of here. This is a fucking gay bar. And he's like, what? No, it's not. I'm like, yes, there is, dude.
Look around, everyone's like super smiling, like everything's clean and shit. You're like, come on.
Other bars have like people passed out, throw up and shit. This one has like everything perfect and shit.
The ones have like those like nuts that you grab, the dirty ass ones. These have flowers.
Yeah, it's
like,
fucking bouquets.
That's crazy.
But then you look around, right? You're just like, I mean, it's clean, right?
Like, dude, I'm not gonna lie.
Then he starts saying like, $20 is $20.
Look at your friend. You look at your homie looks at you, and you're just like, you're cool with this? Yeah.
I'm so
don't worry about it.
Alright, ready? Alright. But yeah, dude, eventually we just booked it out of there because, you know.
No, it's not the scene, bro. You know, it's like, it's crazy though.
And later you get out and you tell your friend like, oh, I was weird in there. He's like, yeah, dude, that was totally weird.
I know,
I'm good for right now.
You know what? These guys are buying me drinks. I think I'm gonna stay a little
It's like 5 dudes surrounding him. He's like, I'm good.
We're taking care of you, you know, like shit like that.
But yeah, that's whole gay stuff, dude. Like, yeah, it's a little weird because I'm not that used to it, but at the same time, it's whatever.
It's not even that. It's the gender thing that kind of gets me. You know, it's the 64 gender, the 70 genders, all that shit.
Me, you know?
Yeah, because it's
and the propaganda on kids. That's what gets me to kind of
relax,
you know.
Like with alcohol and with things, how we restrict it for a very clear reason. Obviously, we don't want kids fucking drinking alcohol. We don't want kids smoking weed, shit like that. I feel like,
that's a good point.
Like, there should be a certain age where it's like, we try, like, if it's shows that are triggered for kids that, like, you know the audience is going to be fucking under 10.
That's actually a really good point because, like...
Don't put that kind of stuff, don't put that kind of content there because they're not ready for it, bro.
When they're 18, bro.
When you think about, like, gayness or like even heterosexual stuff, what do you think about like sex, right? Being intimate with somebody. So like you're not gonna expose sexual things to a fucking minor, right?
Yeah,
like, that's a really good point.
Yeah,
you're not gonna expose alcohol. You're not gonna expose cigarettes to a fucking. So why are you trying to implement like that it's okay to like be gay or stuff like that at such a young age.
Or like to even go extreme, that be like, oh, my kid is a boy, but he considers himself as a girl. So now we're gonna go through the hormone process. We're gonna start doing it like that.
That's wrong. I know a girl who, from a pretty young age, she started the hormone process, and right now it's like just fucking facial hair and shit like that. She has a deep voice, but it's like she started that shit when she was a kid, bro, and it's because her parents. Yeah, like in part it was her decision too, but it's like it's her parents who enabled her. Like they paid for the fucking procedures and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Bro.
And it's just like that's what I'm telling you. Like you have to wait, because they say that the point of waiting till you're 18 is because you're more conscious and you make better decisions. You get me? Like, why not wait till they're 18 or at least 15, whatever?
But last time,
to be able to introduce the concept of gay, because it's like, let's say this kid doesn't like girls right now, but it's literally just because he's a fucking kid. He's too young. He just doesn't like girls.
And then you're confusing him.
But exactly. The content is like he's watching like I don't know, SpongeBob or whatever, and there's a fish there that doesn't like girls because he's gay, and they're introducing like gayness, and it's like this kid's like, I must be gay. I must like guys. Duh. It makes sense, but it's like, no, dude, like that wasn't your path. You get me? It's like that wasn't your choice, and in reality, you're still getting the choice, but you're being so heavily influenced that it's like, are you really getting a choice? You know what I mean? Like,
I do know what you mean.
That's why it's like I feel like it would be good to wait, like, I don't know, bro, like 15.
Yeah.
18 would be dope.
I want to say 18, bro.
Like when do you start going through?
It would be hard to control that,
like
dude.
16, right?
16, yeah.
Yeah, once you're like
then,
aware.
When did you guys watch the childbirth video? And
in high school, like the
diseases that you could get from.
I think it was like 5th grade, 5th to 6th.
I think it was early, bro.
Yeah,
it was like early 7, 8.
What do you mean?
It was 6th grade, dude. Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah.
I mean, it was like elementary, bro.
Yeah.
And Mr. Grande, bro.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they give you the chicks deodorants. Yeah, and I thought they were about to give us condoms, but I
guess like we going wrong.
We didn't get shit. We're still gonna we didn't get shit.
Say anything about this?
And then I feel like it's kind of like you said, the two-edged sword, because then they kind of, in a way, like in 8th grade, they will show us all these diseases, bro.
Yeah.
That what you could do with if you have sex with no condoms and shit.
Yeah,
kind of like, damn, for someone that's like really like easily scared, bro, they're like, hell no, I'm not gonna have sex, you know. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, you know, but it's
But then it's like, let's say half the class doesn't even know what the fuck sex is, and their parents have always been protective of like not exposing them to that content. You get me? And then all of a sudden they're coming home and it's like, Mom, what's gonorrhea? And it's like, what the fuck? Where did you learn that?
You signed the paper.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, to what extent?
Oh, they didn't know. Yeah.
Because the curriculum changes. You're signing the paper, allowing like, let's say the paper says, oh, we're gonna do sex ed, and you're like, oh, I remember when I did sex ed when I was a kid. It was a teacher and a banana and a condom.
Yeah.
That's cool. We're probably almost done it.
Yeah. I just want to ask you two more questions, bro.
Yeah, but it's like, let's say like when your parents did sex ed, it was like a nice, cheerful talk with the teacher. It was a one-on, like, you know, it was like a little demonstration. But now they're fucking showing you like almost porn, basically. I mean, haven't you seen childbirth? You've seen the childbirth. They show you that shit.
Yeah,
there's titties. There's shit there, like shit that you're not ready to see.
I didn't see titties there.
I don't know what fucking video you saw, but I saw childbirth like. Yeah, liquids exploding and shit. That shit was
graphic
as fuck.
Going to the baby's mouth and they squirted it out.
Yeah,
and stuff
but it's like, think about it, like, let's say for kids who's not bad.
I'm still on.
Honestly, dude, vagina is probably worse seeing that
straight shit. Hell yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is like, for a kid who's not ready to be introduced to that kind of stuff, and it's just like, yeah, your parents signed sex ed because for them it's like, oh, they're just gonna like. Tell you to be safe and tell you like, oh, you know, bullshit, random little birds and the bees, but it's like, it's fucking YouTube videos of like, you know, whatever shit that they got compiled, because it's like now we have videos for everything.
For everything.
I'm not saying that the school's like gonna go show you some porn, but they're gonna obviously their demonstration of sex ed has advanced from when like their parents went through sex ed. You know what I mean? Like
especially with like the technology.
At least even I remember when I did fucking what was it in 6th grade, I think. Like fucking I don't remember when the fuck I did it, but it was graphic. It was like a fucking 30-45 minute graphic ass video of like different types of birds, bro. It was like that shit. I was not ready for that shit, bro. Like I said, I don't know what version you guys saw, but I saw some fucking woman straight strapped on her naked, fucking child shooting out of her, like Discovery Channel motherfucking shit. Like, just I was not ready.
One on the right. Yeah, one of those, bro.
Yeah, it kind of is. It's kind of a delicate topic, bro. Because like we think that we're all right. This is not gonna be that bad of a video, and then you see it, and you're like, oh shit. You know?
They do definitely try to scare you.
Because I remember my class, bro. Everyone did it, bro, except for one girl, bro. That one girl, they said no, she's not ready. Like, I don't want my kid to. Yeah, and they would bully her like. How can you watch it?
We also had that one.
Yeah,
that was a girl too.
Yeah,
and what's crazy though, this was in 6th grade.
Yeah,
this bitch had fucking huge ass titties.
That's exactly. Fat titties.
Stupid tits. You're just like, what the fuck?
They were like my hands, bro. Just like on her chest. 2 fucking hands, bro.
Stupid shit, bro.
Bro, there's always that one girl with the stupid big tits, and you're just like, what the fuck?
You just dumbfounded, bro. Like, damn, bro.
Like,
that's
Jesus, dude, fuck.
Did it you? That's good.
Fucking Estevez, yeah. There was some girl we dude, I don't even know her real name, but we called her Estevez. It was a little Estevez, yeah. It was her little nickname for her because she talked with like a heavy ass Mexican accent, and she would always be like, okay. You know, so we called her Estevez. And we would always like we weren't mean, like we wouldn't bully her, but we like anyone, we would make fun of someone, we talk shit, you know, like not to her, but you know what I mean. So we would talk shit on her all the time. When she would come into class, we'd be like, you know, in our little corner, let's get the baby, you know? And she fucking, she hated everybody, but of course she hated us because we're our dumbasses. The 3 of us would always talk shit on her. My friend, one of the 3 of us, ended up losing his virginity to her. Really? Because she had some big ass titties. Like,
stupid titties.
Like she was like, well,
I still remember this bitch. Samantha, dude.
Oh, you remember?
My chick, bro, her name is Esmeralda, bro.
Esmeralda?
Yeah, Esmeralda.
Esmeralda. Samantha, dude. What if they're like all friends right now?
They're all the same
Dude, I remember this dude fucking Xavier. You know, he was showing signs of a promising huge cock.
They're like, I don't know. I think
taking notes and shit.
I think he was diagnosed with big dick syndrome.
Yeah, big dick energy.
What is that, bro? Girls say that, bro. They're like big dick energy. Like, what the fuck?
I don't even know, dude. Straight up.
Just like, energy they carry, bro. The confidence and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. That's crazy, though.
Fucking
Stupid
Estevez.
I remember in high school, bro, this girl, same thing, bro. I think her name was...
But now that one chick, you know, she has like fucking 4 kids, 3 kids,
the same thing, bro. And, but she had admitted to all the girls that she was taking pills, bro, to make her tits bigger. So that's why she got pills. Tits.
What type of pill make?
Right, let's market these right quick.
Yeah, since high school, freshman year, bro, she was...
Why though?
Stupid tits.
Was she like deficient with something or estrogen or something like that? Or?
No, she just took those pills because I guess her mom put her up on game, and that girl put another girl up on game, and they both had stupid tits.
Shut up.
So it had a
So it worked?
It worked, bro. Stupid tits, bro. Like, you're like, what?
So I get a flash-chested chick and I tell her, like, take these fucking pills, you guys have some stupid tits.
Like your head, bro. Like your head, like 2 heads, bro, like this, bro.
That's pretty
And that's crazy, bro.
What's the camera? What is it, bro? What's it called, bro?
Is it estrogen?
That's something that
I feel like it is now because I heard something that relates.
It's either steroids or estrogen. Because steroids, like, you'll grow muscles and stuff, like, but estrogen will make you
anabolic,
stuff, you know?
Fuck it, that's
the ones that you take now, the anabolic.
What the fuck does?
Who takes like Brazilian steroids, bro?
Fucking, oh yeah. Besides that, stupid tits,
Ask us to listeners, stupid big tits.
stupid big titties, man.
There was always that one girl though.
Yeah.
Like in every grade, bro, there was always that one girl.
Yeah.
Dude, they always fucking.
It wasn't like
no punk-ass
ass,
titties,
bro.
Oh yeah, they had deficient asses, bro. Like it was always.
It was always stupid titties ass at all.
Stupid big titties, no ass.
Yeah.
That shit like goes into their legs.
The opposite, dude.
Oh, big ass, no tits. Yeah.
Was there?
Honestly though, I prefer big ass, little tits, dude.
Yeah,
little
I prefer
tits,
that
no
too,
ass,
bro.
dude, come on.
Little tits. See, tiny titties can be cute. Like they kind of.
Yeah.
But
With a big ass.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like a small
small
ass
bro.
is just a small ass. Like,
Can do
but the
it.
thing is, don't get me wrong, ladies. Like, you can work on that shit.
Yeah,
If that's what you want to do. I'm not telling you to do it, but like, you have a better chance of growing your butt than your boobs because you just squat. Work out.
If you're blessed with
and you also have a better chance of impressing that special someone if you squat and grow out your booty.
Yeah, because they're like, dang.
Because a guy is gonna be inclined to look at a fine ass.
Especially if it's a guy that works out, like us. Like, we work out, bro. And it's just like, and I know you work out too. Like, it's like when you see a girl with like a nice
We all work out right here, dog.
yes, it's sexy, and you have like that male, like, but also don't you appreciate the work
hard
that she
work.
fucking
Yeah,
does?
that's what I always say.
Because you exercise, you could tell, like,
That is true.
that girl, like, must squat some plates,
That is
bro.
true.
And then
That
like when
must
they're
have took some
standing and shit,
time,
you can
yeah.
see like that muscle in
Yeah, in the back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like we there's more than one way to appreciate a woman. Like, yes, there's that primal, like, fuck, I fucked the shit out of you. Don't get me wrong, it's
That's
there.
the reproduction,
But- But it's also like
We're made
the
for it,
respect, like, damn, your legs must be strong as fuck. Like, that must have took
Put your head right.
Just get a head right there. You're all fainted and shit. She's like slapping you to go back to life.
Should I stop? Keep going.
I like to play like a parrot.
Fuck, bro. And what's weird that there is weird like dudes that like that.
Yeah.
Squishing their fucking
Squishing head.
Every time you see the ones that they
yeah, definitely.
with the girl's leg, she like brings this.
That's the Brazilian dance or something.
Brazilian dance, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, there's people that have broken their fucking noses like that.
The booty's too strong, bro. And plus, if it's
bro.
Fucking just eat that booty like groceries.
Just fucking. I've seen that though. The guy that broke his nose on that shit. That's crazy.
Man.
Fuck,
Dude. Also, too, I was about to tell you, just ending it off, if you have, like, advice for a young guy out there, if you want to give him, what would be your number one advice for a young guy that's just trying to build himself up, if it's going to the gym or just focusing on himself, career-wise, finding his true passion.
I feel like it's probably cliche, but dude, I think humbleness like goes a long way, man. Like, yeah, you see your boy fucking striving and like probably finding success at a rapid rate. I don't think you should focus on that, you know what I mean? I feel like you should just focus on yourself, and it doesn't matter if your friend is succeeding at a fast rate, dude. Like, just, that's him, dude, you know what I mean? And if you have a good relationship with him, he can probably fucking pick you up
Put you
and
up on
fucking
game,
be
bro.
there on the same level, you know what I mean?
And I feel like this kind of correlates with the people that when they see people on Instagram, and they're like, oh, this motherfucker's already right here, but they're not. But they don't see like the hard work, like they're on two different lanes, bro.
Yeah.
Like this is he could probably be ahead of you like years and shit, and you're already comparing yourself to him,
And
That's why it's kind of my bad, bro. That's why it's kind of like you shouldn't compare yourself to someone else, bro. Compare yourself to yourself, bro.
And the reason why you shouldn't compare yourself to other people is because there's always going to be an anomaly, dude. Like, there's always outliers out there that, for some reason, they were just gifted with fucking talent from God.
There's some people that just...
They're just fucking that much better,
Fuck, shit just happens to them. Like, fucking... I don't want to name names, but there's a specific employee that works at our warehouse. He's a rather large guy. He sorts pallets. Everything just fucking... He has, like... It's not even luck. It's just, like... Everything perfectly aligns for him all the time, always. You get me? Like, if he gets in trouble, all these different factors played in that it ended up that he didn't get in trouble. You get me? Some people just have that shit worked out for him.
Yeah.
Some people, they just gotta fucking struggle. Some people, like, for everything, it's like there's more and more obstacles in their path, but I feel like at the end of the day, the person that's struggling more is gonna appreciate it more. You know what I mean? Than the person that's like, yeah, like my friend recommended me this job and they kind of just signed me up and now I'm here. and I've been here for 2 months, and then like now they moved me to this new position. You get me? It's like, I don't know. It just keep like shit just keeps happening for me. But it's like the other person that's like, I had to apply, I had to keep calling. Like it took me a couple months. I finally got the position.
Yeah.
I've been working. They trust me. I got a super, like shit like that. It's like shit scared me.
And here's the thing, like that, you're gonna see that for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
everywhere.
Like, and I feel like if somebody's listening to this and stuff like that, don't let that shit bring you down, dude.
Nah, yeah,
you just fucking
because
build yourself up.
You gotta think about it like that guy that had everything handed to him. You both get fired for whatever reason, or you both quit for whatever reason. You move into another warehouse. You both start from the bottom. Who the fuck is gonna advance?
That's right.
You, because you know,
exactly.
like you've been at the bottom. You know how to work your way up. You know like how to keep your inventory in check and all this shit. The other guy is just like, my cousin got me that job, fool. Like
spoon fed, bro.
Yeah, it's just like, well, like, and then they tell you to like work.
He's like, you're my cousin, bro.
Yeah, they tell you like to work the line or whatever, and you're terrible.
And that's a good thing, bro, because it's like never like, especially because the Instagram, bro. Facebook, it's a good platform.
That's what all about that shit is.
It's a good platform. Yeah, it's a good platform and it's a bad platform because us, bro, people that are working, not good jobs, bro, they look at it and they're like, man, fucking Ricardo has this job, he's fucking living life, bro, and I'm out here fucking doing nothing, bro. And you put yourself down, bro, but you shouldn't be like that, bro.
That's right, but the thing is, like Instagram, you only see the glory days.
You only see the glory.
You don't see the rain.
You don't see people fucking post like,
check
this out,
just got
with my car, and some shit. They're usually just like, oh, I just got a new car, blah blah blah, but they're not telling you how they're fucked because they're
7% interest, 10%.
Like my fucking, I have an uncle. He's a super super great guy. Don't get me wrong, but for a period in his life, he was all about status, about like flexing on people, and he would get himself a new car. Fuck, every year basically, he would trade it in, get a new car, and like because of decisions like that and shit, like he's still paying for it. Still to this day, he's like still paying for that shit.
That's crazy.
It's just like he's only now starting to like, like because he's grown up and he's matured, and it's just like shit like that. Like you realize that, like trying to flex on people like that, that shit feels cool, but like temporarily. You know what I mean? Like, let's say the people you're trying to flex on, you went, you bought yourself some fucking $2,000 Gucci ass watch or whatever. I don't know shit like that, but you know what I mean. And you go and you flex on people, but they're just like, okay. Like I had one that looks kind of the same. This one was $20. You're gonna feel stupid, bro.
But then there's the people that are gonna be like, fuck.
Yeah.
You bought that?
That's what feeds to the.
That's what feeds that feeling, yeah.
Also, to the last subject, like our Instagram, the fake and reality and shit. Like, alright, you look at all the good-looking chicks, bro. All the good-looking chicks, bro. They're on like boats and shit. But who owns those boats, yo?
Old ass dudes.
Who owns those boats, Old
ass.
And
sometimes they're rented,
50-year-old me, bro.
50.
Us in the future.
And I'm next to you, bro. And the thing is, bro. Alright, so there was a statistic, an article that came out, bro. Alright, Cal State Fullerton, bro. Cal State Fullerton. That's the number 1 7 school where they have the most sugar babies, bro. The most sugar babies, meaning that most of those chicks, bro, have sugar daddies, And for the guys out there that they're trying to build themselves up, they're going to school, they're like doing the right things, and they're like, how am I gonna compete with some grown ass fools that already have a lot of money? How am I gonna get these chicks, man? And the chicks, they're like, what do you have to offer? You don't have shit, bro.
Here's my like
a young dick.
You use Viagra to get your dick.
But here's the thing. Here's the beauty about like fucking guys. What I mean? We fucking age like fine wine, bro.
Yeah.
Women, they have the upper hand when they're young.
Mm-hmm.
But like us, us as youngins, like we suck, dude. We're nothing. We're just a waste of oxygen.
Oh yeah.
But you know what? 30 years down the line, we got fucking cash flow. We got fucking assets. 40 years, 50 years. That's when you fucking start seeing your fucking peak and
you get the new batch. Like
they're getting the batch right now. They're getting the batch right now.
When you're in your 40s, they get the new batch.
Hey, I'm not mad at the old dudes, bro. Because I know later on I'm gonna have my fair share. I'll be one of those dudes, owning the boats and shit with like young ass chicks, bro. I don't mind that shit, Right now I'm just building myself up,
And honestly, at this point, like if you have a decent personality, dude, you could fucking get a decent girl out there, man.
No, that's 100%.
You just gotta fucking grab your fucking balls, dude, and not care about rejection, and just fucking go for it. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's one thing that whoever's listening like should take from this. Like, dude, yeah, you're gonna get rejected. Just go in there like knowing that you're gonna get rejected, but at the same time, like at least you tried. Yeah. And guess what? If you don't get rejected, that's a win. And if you do get rejected, guess what? That's still a win because you learn from that experience and you form a callus around that feeling. You know what I mean? So if you get rejected 3 times,
your hands are just dirty, fool.
What's the 4th time, dude?
Yeah, you're like it's like so it's happening so much. You're like, who cares?
Who cares? And guess what? The 5th time. Yeah, pegaste, dude. Yeah. You know? You got a fucking girl now in your rotation.
You got the one with the stupid tits, bro.
Fucking lower than small TDS girls rejected you, but you know what? That 5th one has double tits.
Yeah, it's like all stupid tits together. It's like different colors.
So it's like just fused.
That's what's good, bro. But then the bad part, bro, that a lot of guys are like, I don't want to get fucking denied, so I'm not gonna ask her out.
But a lot of guys too.
Dude, I feel like that's just part of the process, man. Yeah. Just like, I mean, I feel like that's the only way to get better. Like, it's always cliche whenever like you bring these things up. Like, whenever you get knocked down, dude, you always have to get back up because when you get back up, you learn from that mistake and you become even better. 100%. So when you get rejected, all right, maybe I shouldn't have said this. I'm not gonna say that anymore.
Start tweaking your game.
Yeah, you start
like that compilation.
Bro, you know about the pickup artists, you know, and all that. Like, I send them like cringy pickup artist, you know, and all that shit, bro. And I'll send it to you, bro. You have a good laugh, you know.
That shit's cringy, bro.
The dude, he walks up to the chick, so, hey, what you doing? You know, I'm like, oh, I'm studying. Studying for what? What is it? The M? What is it? It's a medical.
Some medical MA, whatever. And he's like, oh, okay, so math, and she's like, no.
She's like, bother too, bro.
Yeah, she's like some medical blah blah blah, and then like okay, so keep in mind they're at the library.
She's studying, bro.
They're at the library at the college campus, and this girl has told him that she's studying for some medical blah blah blah, and he's like, oh, so math, and she's like, no, it's some medical program blah blah. He's like, oh, okay, so you're still in high school, and the girl looked at him like serious, bro? Like, we're at the... She didn't say it, but it's like, serious, bro? Like, we're at the fucking college, at the campus. You're gonna ask me if I'm in high school? Like...
Yeah, no, I get you, dude. Like, that's like my strategy, whenever. And it's just so basic and so fucking simple, dude. And it works, and sometimes it doesn't work, you know what I mean? Basically, I'll just go up to a girl and be like, hey, do you know where, like, the nearest Starbucks is? Or if I'm in the campus, hey, do you know where fucking building 1000 is? Like, yeah, it's over here. So, oh, thanks. By the way, I was wondering, do you want to catch a coffee sometime? And if she says no, it's like, all right, take it as a compliment.
Also, too, my opinion, like, let's say, also, too, there's a chick, she's not giving you no eye contact, no nothing, bro, you know, like, should you approach her? I feel like I wouldn't, bro, you know, if she's like, let's say she's giving you choosing signal, she's like, give me that eye, you know, like, walk up to me, you know? Then I'll be like, alright, let me walk up to her. But if she's not, like, fucking with you, like, vibing with you, you know? Like, eye contact and all that, there's no point in me walking up to her.
And the reason I say no to that is because there's always going to be another girl that is going to show me that interest, you know what I mean? So if this bitch doesn't want to, like, cooperate with me, alright, tomorrow there's going to be another one that is.
It's like, you don't want to? Alright, I know your sister is. I'll catch you tomorrow.
Catch your sister with the stupid tits tomorrow.
And that's how it should be, bro. For the guys that are single out there, like, just keep doing it, bro. Yeah. If one doesn't, another one doesn't, that third one, best believe she does, bro.
And like we said in the beginning, nothing good comes easy, man.
Exactly.
Straight up, dude. You gotta suffer, man. That's just how life is, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta fucking suffer, man, if you want something good. So.
Life is... I feel like the whole point of life is just kind of stack up whatever you can until you die, you know what I mean? Experiences and knowledge and
you know what? Like, we're still fucking learning, dude. Like, we're still young, dude. I'm 25, you're 21. 23, 25, dude. Like,
it's like the fuck.
We still got a lot to learn, you know what I mean? Like,
you know, I don't know his name, but he's on Instagram. He's like a motivation. He's like rich or whatever. But he's telling some dude. The guy was like, how how like the guy was he was our age.
He's talking about that one dude. What's his name? He's like famous. He's fucking. He's on Instagram. He's on Instagram.
Just like I said. The point is, it was a guy our age. He was like 24 or whatever. He was talking to that guy, and he's like, how do I get to be like you? Like how like it's crazy. And the guy's like, dude, the thing about it is like, you have to have fun with it. You know, he's like, you're young. He's like, he's like, how old are you? The guy's like, well, let's say he was 24 or whatever. He's like, you can do nothing with your life for 10 years, and you're still fucking young. You still have the opportunity to grow and like to establish your empire at any point. You get me? It's like, I'm not saying obviously don't do nothing with your life till you're older. The sooner you start, the better. But it's like, if you're starting late, don't be like, fuck, like now I'm fucked, like I'm 40, like what's the point of going back to school now to try to get a career? Like it's like
there's like 60-year-olds graduating.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you're older, but you're not fucking dead. You're still gonna have to live the rest of your years regardless. Might as well make them better. Like like it's like when you wake up in the morning and like your room is dirty and shit, you know? And you have to get ready to go out somewhere. Like, yeah, you can just straight up skip that and just start trying to get ready and shit, but it's like, it's gonna bother you, like shit's gonna be in your way, like, you know, you get me? But it's like, if you take the time to get your room clean, you're gonna both like feel better and you're gonna be in a better environment, a more organized environment for you to like, to be able to get shit done, you know?
Yeah, that's what,
that works with life. It's just like, let's say you have a goal, like your goal is to, I don't know, pay off your fucking car, for example, and it's just like, don't focus so much on your goal, focus on like how are you gonna get there, you know? It's like, start trying to do overtime. Okay, so this Friday I'm gonna stay 3 more hours or whatever, and I'm gonna fucking save that money. You get me?
There's a speaker named Jordan Peterson, bro. I don't know if you heard of him. And there's a Marine guy.
Jordan Peele?
No. Named Jocko. And the thing is, first they preach about like, all right, first clean your room. You know, you clean your room and shit, and you're just building yourself up. Right, little things, you're building yourself up to bigger things, bro. Like you said, you know, first it could be your room, then it could be doing more overtime for work. You know, what else? Bigger, you know.
Like your room, you clean your room.
Then I'm gonna start a business and
you set yourself up. It's like,
if I could clean my room, bro, you know, and I could do more overtime at work and just keep, it's like a ladder, bro, you know, you're
because let's say your goal is, for example, to buy yourself a new phone.
Yeah.
You got to make yourself like $250 more or some shit. If you're like, you know what, I'm gonna set myself up for a fucking successful week. I'm gonna wake up early, clean my room, cook my fucking lunch. I'm gonna have like all my shit ready so that when it's time for work, it's like seamless. Throw my shit on and I get there. I'm in a good attitude. You're there at work, then all of a sudden you're like, I'm feeling good. Like I ate breakfast, I fucking rested. I'm gonna knock out 12 hours today. You know, it's like, instead of you like, you woke up cranky, you fucking went to work, you're pissed, like you worked 8, barely, you went home, like you're mad. It's just like, you gotta set yourself up from the beginning to be able to do the shit that you want to do later. Like, basically, like that guy said, don't forget to clean your room. Don't forget to do a little shit. Brush your teeth. Take a shower. Like, you feel just so much better if you're like, your base, you is like, you're clean. You have clean clothes. Your room is clean. Like, you don't see a clutter. It's just like, then you could get down and do shit. You know, like, make sure you fucking clean your room before you go try to save the world. You know what I mean? Like, step at a time.
And there's like people probably like in a counter argument sort of sense. They're like, well, where do I find motivation to do that? How do I find that motivation to do that? And it's just a simple answer, dude. Don't think about motivation, dude. Just fucking do it. Don't even think about it. Yeah. You gotta fucking clean your room. Don't think about it. Just act like a robot who's got certain steps. You know what I mean? And just fucking, you know, do it.
Yeah, like, that's how. That some mornings like, I don't want to fucking clean my room or whatever, but it's just like you said, I'm just like, alright, I'm gonna pick up this sock, alright, I'm gonna get this shirt, alright, now all of a sudden I'm picking up all the clothes from the floor, and I'm like, alright, I already picked up the clothes, might as well fucking fold my fucking bed. And
that's good, bro.
Then it's like all of a sudden your room's clean, and you're just like, oh shit, alright, I did it. I didn't want to do it, but I started. You get me? Like, you got the ball rolling, even if it's like, alright, fuck, I'll take the cups to the kitchen, whatever. And you're like, all right, I took the cups. All right, fine, I'll do this.
And then in the middle of the process, you're like, it's not that bad.
Once you get over it, you're like, for me, it's always the same. Like once I start, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put some music, and then all right, I guess I'll clean the whole room. And then all of a sudden, like 20 minutes, my room's fucking spotless, and I'm just like, that's a good way to think. That's a good way to think.
Like the mind is like really powerful, but if you learn to manipulate it, man, like you can do a lot.
Because your mind switches. Like switches from, fuck, I have to do this task to, I'm already doing this shit. Might as well, like, I'm almost done. Might as well finish this shit. Like, why?
I think
if you stop, your mind would punish you. You get me? You would start thinking about it like, bro, I could have finished cleaning my room. Why am I not doing it? Like, then it switches, and it switches from you seeing it as a task, just like the gym, bro. Just like the gym. Sometimes you wake up and you're like, fuck that. You're thinking of all the workouts that you have to do, all the time you have to be there.
I thought that way today, actually.
Yeah, and you're just like, fuck. But then you get there and you start and you're just like, I'm going to be here for the 2-3 hours and I'm going to be here regardless. Might as well let's get this shit. Yeah. You're there, check your fucking pre-workout. Then all of a sudden you go home and you're just like, fuck yeah. Like, that was a beastie-ass workout. I'm feeling good. Like, and it's just like,
that's literally how I felt this today, dude. And then, like, not even mid-workout, like, probably, like, a quarter in, like, I was like, dude, I'm glad I fucking got it.
Yeah, you're just like, shit. Fuck yeah, like, I'm good up here.
It's,
where were you 20 minutes ago?
Thing,
you were in bed and your fucking blankets were hugging you and shit. Yeah. You're just like, why are you so soft right now? What's going on?
And then, bro,
your blankets are just softer when you don't want to fucking get up.
Yeah, dude.
Your bed is just super comfy.
Yeah,
when you go, you're like, you're at the gym and you're just like,
and then out of nowhere, you just start sweating. I'm like,
yeah, you start putting on your gloves and you start getting a couple reps in. Your heart starts beating. You start getting pumped. There's girls at the gym. You're just like, fuck yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
Stupid ass tits next to me.
Yeah, fucking stupid ass.
Dude, and sometimes I'll catch these bitches like just straight up staring, and that just like motivates them.
Doesn't it? It's just like you're dying, right? You're like on fucking like, and then some girls looking, you're just like, like you bang out 10 cents.
Sometimes I'm like doing like regular weight, right? My regular weight. And whenever there's like chicks around, increase the weight. Bust it up. What's the squats out?
You're just like, I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna do this shit.
So far it's worked, man, but.
The motivation, bro.
There's like, I like how you brought up it's all mental, you know. It's all mental warfare. And the thing is, like, there was a quote that just sticks with me like every day, and I remember that shit. It goes, I don't know who it was. I think it was Henry Ford. I don't know, bro, but the quote goes like this: it's like, the man that says he can, he is right, you know. He's at the right seat, and the man that says he cannot, he is also right, you know. Meaning that if you say yeah. If you're like, look, I could do this, you know, then you're gonna do it, you know. If the guy that's like negative and all that shit, then he's always gonna think negative, you know. It's and that quote, perfect, bro. That shit clicks in my head.
It's funny that you say that, man, because like when I was a paratrooper, right, when I was in that fucking plane, right, for the first time, like 1,200 feet up in the air, dude. My very first time jumping, I was all like, I got this shit, right. And then out of nowhere, when the fucking door opened, I started shaking, dude. But in my head, I was like, no, just I got this shit, right? And they were like, 30 seconds. And I started like fucking being super fucking scared still, you know? And then out of nowhere, they said 10 seconds. And I was like, oh my God. And then I heard green light, go. Dude, my heart sank so fucking low, dude. But in my head, I was like, suck it the fuck up, bro. You got this, you know what I mean? And I jumped out of that plane, dude, and it felt terrible. But at the same time, in my head, I was like, dude, I fucking I trained. All this training, I'm not going to let it go to waste, dude. Yeah. Like, I suffered so much for me to fail at the end, you know what I mean? And my parachute deployed, I did everything right, I landed right. And after I landed, dude, I felt such a sense of accomplishment, dude. It was an amazing feeling, you know what I mean? And basically, branching off of what you said, like, it's very true. If you still have that mentality, it doesn't matter what you're feeling, dude. If you still keep telling yourself that you got this, dude, you fucking get it, you know what I mean? And even if you don't, man, it's a fucking learning experience, dude. You're gonna be better the next time, dude.
Yeah.
I hate going back to the gym, but it's like when you go and you're not feeling it, but you have that mentality where it's like, nah, like I'm gonna fucking hit these sets, and you're dying, you're still like, let's say you don't do your 4 sets of 10 or whatever, but you do like 3 sets of 8, but because you were pushing yourself, and it's like, had you not pushed yourself, you would have done like 2 sets of 5, and you would have been pissed, and you would have gone home. It's like, at the end of the day, you still did much more because you had the right mentality. Like maybe you didn't do what you wanted to, but you did so much more than you would have if you would have had the mentality where it's like, I'm hungry, bro, I'm tired, I don't want to be here, why am I fucking doing this? Like,
and which is why I encourage like people to go to the gym, because you straight up learn all that shit in the gym.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Like, you're there and you'll feel it. You're like, because countless times, bro, like I've woken up, I haven't, or sometimes I'll go straight after work, I haven't eaten, I literally just did a fucking 11-hour shift, and it's like I'm just getting there, and I'm like, fuck, like all I want in life is to just go the fuck to sleep. But it's like, I know myself, and I know that future me that wakes up is going to be disappointed in the fact that I didn't go to the fucking gym. So I'm just like, suck it up, drink my fucking Monster, whatever it is that I'm drinking, and I'm just like, let's do it.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because I say the same thing, like future me is going to like...
disappointed and shit.
It's going to be... that's the way I've been trying to think of lately, where it's like, the decisions... when they're on the verge right now, where it's like, whatever it is that it is, if you want to talk to the girl, or if you want to go to the gym, or you want to do this shit, it's like, you got to think about the future you after this shit has happened, whatever it is. Will you be proud of the decision that you made back then? Like, and it's good to think of it in that moment, because it helps influence you, you know? It's like for example, to go to the gym, and you're in bed, and you're just like, it's very easy for you to be like, you know what, like, I'm just going to stay in bed. But it's like, then you think about it, all right, I got an extra 2 hours of sleep or whatever, but I'm going to wake up and I'm going to fucking be upset. I'll be like, I had the time, bro. I could have gone. I could have worked out. Like, I'm not feeling sore right now, and now I got to wait. It's just like, that's what, when you're there, you're just like, I know that the decision to not go is going to lead to negative consequences later. I know that I'm going to be upset. I know that might as well just fucking go. Might as well, like, I know that the decision to go is only going to lead to positive consequences. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be happy that I went. I'm going to feel, like, good and shit. I'm going to feel the pump. It's like, you just got to fucking drag yourself out of that fucking...
It's in my head, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's in your head. Your head's like...
Honestly, like, whatever it takes to get you in that mentality, fucking consume that. You know what I mean? Like, there's people who say, don't fucking listen to motivational speeches, or don't listen to fucking compilations of things that motivate you. Nah, dude. Fuck you, dude. I'm gonna listen to that because it's gonna motivate me to do this shit. You know what I mean?
I used to do that too, like YouTube, like motivational speakers, but like the videos, like just dudes fucking lifting, powerlifting and shit. I remember when I was first starting working out, I'd be like, because of talking, and then like seeing those dudes like fucking lifting, seeing the big ass muscles, I'd be like, dude, I want to be like that. Like, I want to fucking be buffed like that.
Me,
it's like,
I'll share this with me, what motivates me, dude. And it's like really, I guess, unconventional in a way. But like, I like listening to like those videos where like they involve like Dragon Ball characters and stuff like that, and they're like putting like their speeches and whatnot, and like their power ups and stuff like. For some reason, that just triggers so much motivation in my head, dude. That when I'm like working out and I listen to that shit, I fucking busted of a workout.
For everybody, everybody has their like their reason, their everything for working out, and like not just working out, but it's just anything, whatever it is that you do, like. It's what's your reason? Why are you putting so much fucking effort into doing what you're doing? Especially if you're doing something that like doesn't give you like money, for example. You get me? Like if you're doing a hobby like you're painting, and you're going out of your way, you're fucking like you really just like this shit. It's like that's good, and you also have to think of like that's your motivation, that's your driving force, because you're doing it because you want to, not because you just like. You're doing some fucking, like, you're playing guitar because you think it would be cool, and, like, you don't like it, and you hate it, and, like, hurts your fingers, but you're doing it because the girls would like it. It's, like, that's not the right reason, bro. You get me? Like...
You could take that into, like, people working shitty-ass jobs, bro, too, you know? Like, people telling everyone's, like, their parents are like, oh, go to school, you know? And they get shitty jobs and shit. Working for something they don't even love, you know, that you could relate.
They're doing something that other people want them to do. They sincerely
that could be in their heart too.
What they want to do, bro.
Yeah, we gotta end it because my computer's about to, you know,
Weak-ass
self-destruct.
weak ass computer, you know. But to end things, you know, I mean, hope you guys enjoyed the podcast, you know, special guest Xavier, you know. And yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, any topics you guys want us to cover, just let us know down in the comments. And Fernando, what do you end us off? You know, like always.
Yes, you wonder.
Always does, bro. I like that shit. And that's it, guys.
BD Boy 69. We appreciate you for coming out, bro. Thanks for putting up on these German beers, bro. This one's good. I like this one better, bro. This one kind of tastes like Lagunitas. Have you tasted it?
Which ones?
This one, Lagunitas.
Nah,
It's an IPA, bro.
Oh, really?